So guys, there are so many things to be done.
Uh-oh.
I know, I had to paint.
What did you paint?
My wife's bedroom.
Ah.
Did she kick you out?
No,
Apparently.
it's just her room. She's like, what color do you want? I said, the one that's already on the walls.
And that didn't work?
No, it didn't.
What?
That's
You
crazy.
painted the same color that was on the wall?
No. It's like a teal blue.
That's a pretty color.
And then she wants me to go get, like, some kind of wood or tile or something and put it up on the wall behind the head of the bed. Make me do all kinds of work.
Pretty.
So now I'm covered in paint and tape and all kinds of other crap.
Paint, tape.
So if I get a little silly, it's because I'm inhaling fumes.
Yeah, that's the only reason why you ever get silly.
I'm not drinking yet.
That and copious amounts of alcohol.
I might actually have some. I know it's the middle of the day, but
It's 4th of July.
At least it's not 10
You've already
a.m.
painted.
I know. I mean, I haven't really. Actually, I haven't had a drink in like a week and a half. Proud of myself.
That's what
So you mean you're trying to prove you're not actually an alcoholic?
Alcoholics go to meetings. No, I was honestly just tired of drinking.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, just ask Amanda. There's no such thing.
Uh-huh.
She also goes to meetings. People
Not if you wake
have
up early
drinks with.
for them.
Yeah, she thought those AA meetings would be a lot more fun and exciting. Involve a
Well, it
lot
was my
more drinking.
initials. I was like, hey, that's my initials. Let's go. And then I'm like, what the heck is this? This is bullcrap. In a party?
Guys, this is the worst drinking game ever.
I really need to go in there to teach him how it's done. Like, guys, like, I brought a
Okay,
bartender.
everyone take a shot whenever anyone says, hi, my name is.
Drunk in 5 minutes.
High five, why would you lie to me? So, how's everybody doing today?
You
I'm
know,
like,
Happy
Just finishing up
Independence
lunch.
Day.
I got a sandwich, though. But I ran out of bread, so it's in a tortilla.
I hope everybody remembers to thank a member of the state militias in 1776 through 81 for our freedoms.
yeah, I gave my thanks to St. Nicholas Klaus. Fought bravely on the battlefield against those British.
I don't think we had any saints fighting for us.
No, he was the older guy with big fluffy white beard, cherry cheeks.
Oh, you mean George Washington?
I mean, you know, tomato, tomato.
Chip, come back. I think Chip was there for last week, so he should remember. So, Adam, why don't you give us the recap for the last couple of weeks?
And it was all a dream.
So you did watch it.
Unfortunately, no.
That's what Caden remembers. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I mean, part of
No,
it was a dream.
remember
At
you
least
stayed
for me.
behind.
That's right. You almost got stuck behind while everybody else went through a portal. Okay, everybody roll me a d20.
Ha!
Yeah, now watch
Don't have to
Octavia
give
roll a
it.
20.
Nope.
Ah!
Odd man out. You're it.
Whoever rolls 12 or 11 is it.
Yeah.
Last
Did you
week.
hear?
Oh my god.
The number of this week is 18.
Okay, Xavier, Aravan.
Roll off.
Yep.
Go for higher or lower now.
You go.
Aravan, looks like you're it.
Damn it!
All
I
right.
wasted a 20 on the recap.
So, Adam, what's the last bit you remember us doing?
We just finished clearing out the castle and we're thinking about going underground or
Oh,
up
jeez,
to
you're way
the
behind.
tower scope thing.
All right. So we went up to the tower scope, the little telescope thing up there, and after a number of different tries, we're still not entirely sure how it worked, but we were able to focus it a couple of different times on a few different things. And then we went back to the big old library of books of the half dragon in her study, not her actual room that was all covered in acid, destroyed, and bad news in there. And we learned a whole lot of names, presumably dragon names, and information about the cultists, like including dragon masks, and how that Drowmore Borngrey was basically an elf Nazi who reported to Resmir. And so then, after we got as much information as we believed we were going to out of the books, we went down below the castle and swept through the dungeons, killing a number of bullywugs, giant frogs, and almost an Octavia, because she went batshit insane.
Centipedes.
There were tentacle monsters.
She was hallucinating again.
Hallucinating and attacking the party. She did so before we
It
went
took
to
everyone to take me down, though. I'm a beast.
I wasn't trying
before
to
we got
shoot
to the
you.
final room with the etchings upon the floor for the portal, and that's where Xavier said the magic word Drazier,
Mm-hmm.
and it flared up, and we stepped through it.
So there was this like fog going around the room, and Numa was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go investigate the floor." And he started tracing out the sigil for the portal, and he didn't know it was that. And I almost said the word while he was on top of it just to see if it would activate. So he almost got teleported.
And out of the last 3 weeks, that's all you guys remember?
There's a lot more specifics that I wrote down, but for general notes,
There were frogs. There was a lot of mud.
And we went through the portal, and we wound up in a snow-covered forest.
Oh yeah, Narnia. We're in Narnia now.
With a large log cabin-esque thing that we believe is where we need to head.
So, Adam, you got any questions?
Not right now.
about Narnia in general.
Well, you know it's not Narnia because there's not a lamppost.
Oh.
But there is a Santa Claus there.
What about Mr. Tumnus?
You haven't seen any fawns.
But there's trees.
The immersion is lost.
So,
Also, I think we all took a long rest before going through the portal. So you should have everything
Yeah, we did.
up to full for Caden.
I'm pretty sure you guys fought and then tried to save it, Octavia, and then went through the portal.
No, you gave us a long rest then.
Fine.
Yeah, because lots of abilities were expended trying to stop Octavia.
Okay.
There
The
was
least
like-
amount of effort in that endeavor.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, well, Octavia did just kind of bludgeon our faces in with her mace repeatedly. So, that might be nice to heal that back up.
Really should
we
do that
won't
to
get
one
those
of you.
heals from her.
Octavia can heal?
I know.
I can hurt more.
So, what you see around you is this. Dark pine woods. Air is cold and fresh.
We're not prepared.
You are not prepared.
I don't even have a jacket.
That's actually been the name of this campaign the entire time. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah.
The name of the campaign is You Are Not Prepared.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, great. I love squirrels.
Don't chase the elk squirrel.
An elk squirrel.
Jackalope.
So, what would you guys like to do? Again, in the distance through the forest, you can see the top of this building. And you can also, there's like a small path sort of leading towards that building.
Are there any prints in the snow? Is that the pathway you're talking about?
Oh, wow. Hey, look at
There's
that.
not any prints. Now, can you guys see the drawings on here, or can you just see
Yeah.
the...
I can see the drawings.
Damn it.
Lovely.
I was hoping
all
you
the
would be able to.
scribbles.
Yeah.
I don't see
Okay,
anything.
so pretend you can't see the scribbles.
All right.
Just a green pathway.
There's a path. It's got some... It's sort of kind of paved with a few stones. It's not entirely clear, but it's certainly clearer than most of the forest floor. And it seems to be making its way towards that large structure you can see in the distance.
All right. Aravan would like to start taking the lead, heading down this path towards that large structure.
Okay, now it is night, so it's dark, and
Chicago.
Aravan's going to take the lead. Are you trying to sneak? Are you trying to just...
Could I make like a perception check first to see if there's any sign of like campfire or torches lit or anything that might be peeking out either through the building or the woods nearby or anything like that?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Snow on the ground.
It's dark, but the one thing you do notice is that there seems to be, like, against the back, the stars in the sky that you can see, it looks like there might be just a little bit of smoke rising from the large structure.
Right. So, seeing smoke, then I will try to stealth forward. Should be a disadvantage because of my armor. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
How's a nat 1 for you?
So as you're starting to make your way down the path, someone has left a bucket up here near these standing stones for some
Have
reason.
it, Octavia.
You're not
That's how
sure
we
what
would
exactly
eat
a
it.
bucket's doing there. It's got like just a frayed bit of rope tied around it. So you think maybe it was the bucket from a well. But you didn't find it until you like kicked it like 15 feet down the path with a loud clattering noise.
Well, if anyone's here, they are more than well aware of our presence now.
Is there a way I can link an
Whoa.
ability I have?
You should be able to drag the dragon head into the chat.
There it is. Hey, difficult terrain does not slow our travel through this snow. If that makes any help.
It's not particularly difficult terrain right here. It's just, it's more or less a path.
Okay. And I'd like to take use of that last feature there. While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their size, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Okay. Who are you trying to track?
The human cultists that I assume are in through the portal.
Just human cultists.
Well, I'm proficient in humanoid, so I guess it's any humanoid that has walked this path.
Okay, so what you're saying is you might be looking for, say, a black half dragon.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, I mean,
ignore those.
just if you want the human cultists, that's one thing.
No, I meant the important one.
Human, dragon. I mean, really, is there a difference?
The red wizard, that human one.
Yeah, that one. Well, that one's important too. But yes.
Okay, then make me this is a perception check for tracking.
Okay. Perception or survival. Same thing.
You see tracks. You're trying to find the trail of these people because you haven't had it before. I don't think your feature kicks in exactly. But you see lots of tracks.
Okay.
And many of them seem to be going towards the structure and down the path.
Okay. Do I see many tracks coming towards us? I guess walking towards the portal?
It's most of the tracks you see are heading away.
Okay.
There are some that head towards, but most of them are heading away.
Okay. Probably won't see any blood or anything.
No.
All right. Erevan, take your bucket and lead the way, please.
As I said, follow me. Be on your guard.
I'll make sure to be 15 feet behind Erevan.
So as Erevan gets to there, he can see kind of between some of the trees. So, Erevan, what would you like to do?
So, the diagonal path is the one that's going towards the big building, right?
Pretty much.
All right. So I'm just going to be going down that path. Shield in one hand, sword drawn and at the ready in the other.
All right.
Bucket hanging from his
So as
back.
you get through some of these trees, you're starting to see further off into the woods, and you see that there's another structure behind this building you're approaching. It's hard to make out its exact size and dimensions, but there's another building back there. And from there, you're able to see a little better the top of this big structure, and you're starting to get a better idea of its size and outline. So you know that it looks to be close to 100 feet across. Just getting a rough idea of the size of the roof line and everything. And you can't tell how wide the building is or how deep the building goes. But it's at least 2 stories and about 100 feet along the back of the building.
Do I see any doors on that big building?
You haven't yet.
Okay. I'd like to keep pressing forward.
I'm going to be starting to follow behind him.
Xavier said
will-
he's about 15 feet behind. Is that
Yep.
right?
So
Where are the rest of you guys?
as I see those buildings, do I see any gargoyles?
Gargoyles?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good.
But you can make me a perception check.
I would love to.
Oh, those are just regular
like-
statues with wings all around, not gargoyles.
And
I'll
Octavia,
follow
where are
along
you?
in the same
I'm
line.
gonna be like 10 feet behind Xavier, and I'm gonna be looking like more towards the ground for like bear traps or so, like traps and stuff, because sometimes we're really good at not catching that stuff or completely catching it all at once.
Okay, and you're following behind Octavia.
Yep,
How close?
10 feet.
I'd assume Numa would be closer to... I guess he normally rides in between Caden and Octavia.
Okay. So, Xavier, as you're walking down this path, you notice that some of these stones actually have some grooves like scratched into them.
Ooh.
And that would take a fairly strong beast to make a groove like that in stone.
Oh,
If you want to make me an investigation check, or a nature check, you can try to pick out what it might be.
11.
Something with sharp claws.
Something with sharp claws.
I hear demon elk have sharp claws, a horn.
Well, you're the foremost expert on that, so why don't you tell me what you see?
He points it out to me. I'll look at it.
I just did.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Let me see,
want
sir.
to be looking for scouts or guards. Assuming since I saw the edge of that building as I walked past that clearing.
Oh,
See?
I see
You're the
everything.
foremost expert on...
I am good with these animals.
Octavia, this looks an awful lot like some marks you saw back at the castle. Near where the drakes had been nesting.
Oh, guard drakes.
This is not a demon elk. This reminds me more of other creatures we faced. Those dinosaur-looking creatures.
I love how you know what a dinosaur is, but not a guard.
Basically, a
Not
dinosaur.
the thing you faced repeatedly.
Mhm.
I love it.
Anyway,
Now Octavia's head, it more sense that way.
Aravan, you now see a well there in front of you, and you're also seeing the edges of another building.
Alright. I'd like to veer off the path towards the well.
Okay.
As soon as I see him veer off, I'm going to use my message cantrip and just say, Aravan, what do you see?
Maybe nothing yet, but there's something I want to try.
I don't like wells.
Make me a either a perception or investigation check.
When he says something he wants to try, I pull out my bow and I ready an arrow.
Alright.
The last time you wanted to try something, the whole castle came on us.
It worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you approach the well, you finally kind of clear the last of the trees, and you're able to see basically the entire surroundings of the well and the large building. And you're also able to see back up this way some more. So, as you look at the well, you can't, it looks pretty much like a typical well. But the one thing you do notice is that the walls going down are just ridiculously smooth. Like it's almost like something polished the walls of this well.
Like acid.
I think I'd be more terrified if they were scratched up.
Mm-mm.
Doable.
Mm-mm.
Like you don't see any mining marks. You don't see anything that would indicate how it was dug. Just that, boom, it's there.
I'm going to turn back around to the party. I'll be ready just in case. And I'd like to take a torch from my backpack, light it, and then just drop it down the well and watch it.
Okay.
We haven't seen any guards, correct?
You have not.
Okay.
We've seen guard tracks.
Are there windows in the large hut and the smaller buildings? Or sorry, the large building and the smaller buildings? Anything producing light?
You see like a little bit of light kind of leaking out around the edges of things that where you know or where windows should be.
Right.
But it looks like they're heavily shuttered.
Okay.
It's almost like it's really cold.
Right,
And,
right.
you know, they don't want the heat getting out.
Yeah, don't want to lose the heat.
Not resistant to the frost.
Xavier shivers a little bit because he's wearing light armor.
As Aravan strikes this torch and gets it lit, I'm assuming he's doing it kind of as much inside the well when it catches as possible, so he's not shining a bright light everywhere. And you drop the torch, and it goes falling down about 40-ish feet, and then splash, and the light goes out.
We heard a splash. No, okay, so it's not frozen. Geothermals for you.
Or just that it's, 40 feet under the ground. The ground's like 52 degrees.
That's what I said.
Surface frost. And with that, heading back towards the path.
So
look back over my shoulder and give them a nod. Like,
so I use my cantrip again, and I send Aravan another message and said, was it everything that you hoped for?
At the very least, nothing should be crawling out of it after us.
Hopefully.
Okay, now that you're there, share a different map with you.
Ooh. Oh. The hunting lodge.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun.
We're gonna be hunted.
Have a particular
Spoilers,
set of skills.
Octavia, jeez.
And you can see where you're standing now
So red is the door?
Yes.
Okay.
You do see a door going in on the ground floor. Again, you see 2 levels up, and there seems to be. Let's see, share this with you too.
All the maps.
There's a balcony of sorts up on the second floor.
Hmm. And that circle is the well?
Yep.
Wow, that was really close to the building.
I mean, I'm going to assume that this map didn't have enough room to really make it where it should be.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't put a well right in front of the
They
front
would.
door.
They wouldn't. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But still, you are like 30 feet from the building
Right,
now.
really close.
Yeah. I'd like to
Reach?
look back towards Xavier and the party, and then point towards the big building on my right, shrug, and then point towards the building on my left.
Well, there's 2 buildings on your left. The one closest to you has a large door that looks for all the world like a stable door. And then
So, which of these buildings corresponds to the hunting lodge?
The big one.
The big one.
the one with all the
south.
squigglies.
Okay.
Can I do like a perception check to see if I get anything now that we're so much closer?
Sure. What are you percepting?
Sounds. Any sounds really? Voices mainly.
Okay.
Good one.
You don't hear anything except just typical outdoor noises.
Crunching of footsteps
Well.
on the snow.
So loud. Evan brought that bucket with him.
So Aravan kind of nodded to the small building. I'm going to throw up the hood on the cloak, and I'm going to sneak around to the far side of the small building, heading in this general direction.
Seeing him start to go around.
Natural 20. 27 stealth.
Aravan's just going to place himself like up against the wall by the door.
So,
I'll approach the building as well,
oh god, I disappeared.
trying to be quiet.
You don't even know where you stealth.
I don't even know where I went. I'm sure he's got another map for that.
Ground floor.
Oh, are we on the ground floor?
What?
Oh, good. Console, go away. Oh, there we are. Aha. Alright, so looking on this side, I don't see any windows into this building, right?
I gave you way too much information about the building, but yeah, there it is.
That I can, forego that. But I don't see any windows on this side, right?
Nope.
Okay. So I'm going to look directly to the map north at the other building. Do I see windows on that building?
No, but you do see a door.
I do see a door. Okay. I will quickly message Aravan via cantrip and say, no doors or windows on this side. I'm moving to the other building.
Understood.
Can I approach the building on this side? Seeing that they kind of went on the other side.
This side is not very descriptive.
I went to the north side. Are you going to the south side?
Arrow.
I don't see any arrows.
Oh, she's on the ground floor map.
Oh,
So she
That's
wants to
what
go
everyone else
around
was.
the south side
I
of the
still
building.
don't see any arrows on the ground floor map.
it's a light blue color that on the far right side. Of the
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, so she wants to go around. You want to go around the south side of the smaller
Yeah,
building.
since you guys went around the other side, I was going to
Yeah,
go around.
I went to the north
the
side of the
opposite
building,
side.
so she wants to go around the south to the far right,
Okay.
and I'll start stealthing my way towards the northern building.
And I will stealth, because that's what I do.
By the way,
Okay, Octavia, if you'll roll me a stealth.
Who, Evan? This could be great. Did it not roll? I'll be so lucky if it didn't actually roll.
Chip's connecting, so.
There.
Oh,
oh,
Darn.
you
I was
found
hoping I
two
would-
buckets.
too bad it rolled.
Yep,
hoping I
another
would
bucket.
be
Evan, I found your bucket. I thought you might want it.
Not a very
Drop it
stealthy
along.
entrance by the monk, huh?
No, it wasn't you.
Yeah, like all of a sudden you start coughing, and Octavia like looks around and trips over a bucket. So, Octavia,
Oh, jeez. Aren't you guys glad I came to help?
I'm moving away from that building.
Octavia gets to right about there on her way around, and then like trips and makes a big clatter. And Xavier, as you're moving towards the north,
Mm-hmm.
you hear some noise coming from the building to your north.
The building I'm heading towards.
Yep. It's almost like someone or
Under the
something
line.
moving about,
Okay.
trying to figure out what that noise was.
I still have my arrow out. I am ready to shoot the first cultist I see come through that door.
Okay.
But I'm going to continue to move towards the building to try to minimize my presence.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to put you all back on the grasslands map.
yep. Whatever's easier.
So, Xavier, you're right about there.
Yeah.
Aravan, you were right about there. Numa, Caden, where are you guys?
So I'm looking at two buildings in front of me, one on the right, one on the left. Is that what we're doing?
Well, you see the building that Xavier's next to. Okay, so you were following Aravan.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say you were like right behind Octavia as she tripped and made all this noise.
You startled me. I didn't hear you coming, and it scared me.
And
I shrug as if I expected it.
and Xavier, I need you to make me roll a d10. Xavier is not there.
I'm here. What's up?
Roll me a d10.
7.
Okay.
Not
So
11.
you managed to get right up against this wall as this door opens, and squeezing through the door and stepping out to right there is something none of you guys have ever seen before.
What map are we on?
We're on the grasslands map.
Okay.
As you see,
Where is there? I don't see
you're
it.
about to see it.
Uh-oh.
Ice cream cone. Ah! Nope.
You see
The
Good.
fuck is
a
that?
large individual with 4 arms.
Oh, shit.
And
I regret my past decision.
It's your
What-
fault, Octavia.
he is looking around and kind of sniffing at the air,
Maybe you can't see.
and
It's
he's
great
wearing
for
this
originally based.
this odd cloak that looks like it's just covered in moss and mold.
Oh.
And I need everybody to roll me initiative.
Oh.
As he looks over and sees Octavia laying on the ground.
19.
Put the bucket in my hand.
Well, actually, I guess go ahead and roll initiative. But
I like laying on the ground.
no.
It's totally fine. Maybe he won't see me.
Numa, change your color.
How
That's
deep
a
is this
1
snow?
for 3 of us so far tonight.
What the hell? Come on, guys. I need some help.
he looks over at Octavia.
How deep is the snow? If I'm laying on the ground, can it be like over my head?
No. And he looks over at you and he says, "What's this then? Give me the sign before I eat you for dinner."
Fine. I'm gonna hold up the bucket and I'm gonna say I was just giving water for the whale over there. Oh.
I love it. Yes, use it.
So you're using the bucket and saying, "I was just getting water."
Uh-huh.
Is that not the sign?
Is that not a sign? I don't remember taking sign language class. This one
And
was
he goes, "You don't belong here, Missy. Dinner's gonna be good tonight. And he
Um,
whistles.
Ah, shit.
I got lost in the woods. But the small little name.
Now we're in initiative order.
All right.
And I will give Xavier, since he is hidden, one attack, and then we're starting initiative.
Oh man, I tried, guys. He didn't fall for
Okay.
my story.
I don't suppose I can whip out my dagger real quick, can I?
You could. I mean, that's
Yeah.
basically a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah, I'll whip out the.
First, let me get him centered on some squares where he should actually be.
Mhm.
There.
Okay, so he's 5 foot from me, so I can still melee strike him.
No, he's out of your melee range.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just shoot him with an arrow then. All right, let's target. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yep. So advantage since he hasn't taken a turn. Here we go. 21
That's gonna be a hit.
for that plus sneak attack. Non-magic sneak attack. Thank you very much. Ha.
Nice.
All right.
So that's the surprise round.
That is. Well, it's not really a surprise
My
round.
surprise
It's
round.
just your surprise.
I was just as surprised as he was. Oh my god.
All right.
And did we see we didn't see a door to this building as we were walking down the path, correct? So there wasn't a door on this west wall?
No.
Okay.
You see, there's a door
Right in front of me.
right there, and there's another door, but you haven't seen it yet.
Right. That's, yeah, I assumed. So I would feel safe walking around the other side. Ish.
Okay.
Safe-ish.
Ready?
Yep.
Shamish.
All right. So he whistled, and you hear some snaps and grunts coming from inside the building. And then you hear,
Was he by chance humanoid?
yeah, he's humanoid.
Add 2 damage, please. I need to make a thing for that. Another power.
Let me find him. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
He's dead. You did it.
Yeah,
that's
right.
interesting. Hang on a second.
Why are you healing him? I object to this.
I was to say he shouldn't have gotten
He's a
healed yet.
humanoid.
There's no yet. He shouldn't have gotten healed.
I'm not sure why that happened. So you did a total of 22 damage, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway. So. Top of the first round. And this guy comes charging out. And let me check on something. He's going to make a perception check. I should say what this thing is there. That guy's going to make a perception check. And he doesn't notice Xavier.
Natural 20.
That's really good.
So he comes charging out.
Spine Ripper. What a lovely name.
Named after his mother, I'm sure.
Xavier.
All right, so he didn't recognize me or didn't see. Well,
He went charging right past you.
okay. All right. And we're not in melee, so I'm going
Run
to
with the wall.
run over here, and then I'm gonna come back to there. and I'm gonna pop him again.
All right.
I just want to double check the.
Do you have assassinate?
I do not.
Okay. So you don't get advantage this time.
Yeah, I was just double checking that Natural Explorer says on your first turn during combat, which I've already taken. All right. So regular attack with the old longbow.
That's gonna miss.
Shit balls.
It's too old.
All right.
Before I forget,
You roll your
my
portents.
rolls.
Because this could be important. Hey yo.
Hey, an 18 and a 10. Nice.
Wow, really good. Yeah. All right, so that was movement action. Bonus action will be to I'm going to dash.
Okay.
So I'm going to dash up to here.
All right.
If I can untarget that guy. There we go.
Okay. So up there, you see there is another door.
Okay. Still closed?
Yeah, it's still closed.
Okay.
You done? Xavier.
That's it. Sorry.
All right.
Had to mute myself because of my ice.
Next guy comes charging out. And the closest enemy he sees is... Ah, crap. Start over. All right.
I'm not digging this. I don't like this one bit.
I'm regretting not preparing fireball now, or lightning bolt now.
Oh, you didn't prepare it for the day?
Nope.
That is
Damn,
a
just showed
perfect
fireball.
line.
Well, you can burn the lodge down.
Well, you could still get them, I think, all with fireball.
Then you might be able to get one, or just two. I don't think you might be able to get all three, unless they move. Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, shit, another one.
Oh, man.
I'm glad I moved up here. I'm really glad I moved up here.
Caden.
Fireball. That's-
All right. So, what is the radius? 20-foot radius. So, what would that look like? I would get all of them.
Good time to use it.
Yeah, because I'm about to do something stupid, so, use it now or never. So.
Would you back away first and then use it?
Either way, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think I will. I'm hitting 4 in one go, so.
Ooh, that could be useful.
What are you doing?
What was that, Octavia?
She said that'd be useful.
Oh, I'm talking to myself. Sorry.
Oh.
Planning my
yeah.
strategy.
Yay. Hey, it's
So-
like perfect.
Is that a valid target for all 4?
Yep. I'm
Right.
going to say that because the fireball doesn't really reach the door, it's not going to get inside the building.
Okay.
So, just in case there was anything up there that you guys can't see, it's not going to get hit.
That chest that's probably full of loot and flammables.
Full of very flammable healing potions, yeah.
Full time. Damn it. Hey, 4 failures. I like to see that. Oh, shit! Holy fuck. Yes!
Okay.
It's a good day.
Good done, yeah. Good done,
Damn,
yeah.
I'm glad Caden's back.
Nice response to that whistle.
So,
Who's back?
Kaboom! There's your
Caden,
thunderous
describe
smack.
what happens with this thing you've just released.
So let's see, I'm just gonna conjure up a little ball flame in my hand and just sort of like, casually underhand lob it, just very gently, right on top of that middle spine ripper, and then it just sort of kaboom.
And just how loud is this thing?
Loud enough to be amazing, but not loud enough to alert anyone else. How about that?
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, no.
That exact.
This is
decimal.
4th of July. That thing just went off like the finale.
Yeah. So these flame, like,
Echoed thing
just this
building.
little mote of fire appears in his hand. As he underhand lobs it, it just arcs so beautifully right onto the guy in the center. And as it touches that little Drake, and this flame just rips out from it.
I'm really glad I'm on this side of the building.
And like the 3 drakes that had come out just scream in pain and then collapse. Each of them still burning. And the 4-armed creature that had whistled and cries out in pain, but not as much as you might have thought.
This guy can take a freaking beating. He's already taken almost 50 points of damage. No, he's taken more than 50 points. Jeez.
So, Caden, you're falling back.
Yep, I'm away from the buildings for any other support
Retaliatory.
might come from.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
You pull out your book.
I
and
will
start reading
yell
again.
out that that forearm guy wasn't hurt by fire as much as he should have been. Just alert the rest of the party.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Octavia.
Oh, those are names. I thought that was the.
Yeah, they're named.
I'm gonna target this lovely formed individual.
I mean, you thought that.
They were all spine rippers.
They had names.
They did. Granted, I made them up like 30 minutes ago, but they had names.
It was funny. I was hovering over him. So I saw Spine Ripper, and then I saw Malice, and then I went over to the other guy, and it was like, you named him Dying? And I was accidentally on top of the gray dot. Like, why did you name him that?
It's not a very good name.
Wow,
All right,
you're
so
really
yeah,
good with range.
that's going to hit.
Perfect. Bam. Woo! Look
Look
at that,
damage.
guys. That's insane.
Do you have like...
I'm gonna charge up here
Oh,
and ready.
All
I'm
right.
gonna like face this guy, be like, "Hey, dinner is gonna be great. Look at this feast we've just created." Really gonna piss him off.
Yeah, you
He's gonna
are
go
really
pick more
pissing
out
him
the
off.
door. Yeah. I said I was gonna do something good, guys. Okay. He didn't fall for my bucket trip. I'm a little offended. Let me get the water. It would have been fine. Oh, there's more.
oh God. Oh God. Never ending.
This is
So,
leg stepper. I don't need legs.
That guy
You need
comes
legs.
running out.
Your legs are already poorly functioning.
Did you say stepper or snapper? Because I heard stepper.
Leg snapper.
I know, I was trying to mess with Amanda. It's a thigh master. Oh God. Oh, I love the names. I love the names.
Neck biter. Yeah, these guys sound like really nice people.
Please tell me there's one called ankle biter.
No.
Aw, damn it. You missed an opportunity.
There is one called Trespin. Or Trepsin.
He's not
And-
happy.
Trepsin, well, he is really not happy.
You just killed some of his dogs. Or things. His pets.
And he steps up
I'm ready.
to
Thank
Octavia
you.
I hate you.
and he says, "You will pay for this."
Yeah, this is what I'm doing. I do this. Ha.
And he's going
You
to
used it.
multi-attack you. Oh, warding flare.
Ah!
I wish I could see it. I can't
Yeah, I
actually.
can't pull that up anymore.
Yeah, it's
Used to be able
broken.
to.
I
I
pulled it
can't
up.
pull up other
No,
people
well,
when they
it's-
put it on, but
Yeah, it's locked to other players for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's really cool though.
Just take my word for it.
Take
It's
my word for it.
super.
I've used it before she
Okay.
knew she had it.
So he makes an attack with his claw with disadvantage.
ready. What happens when you wake me up at the crack of dawn to fight, guys?
Oh,
The sun.
just badly misses. But he makes his second attack.
I can take it. Don't kill me in one go.
Nope.
There's that 11.
He makes his third attack.
Oh shit. Oh
That's
god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
That's not good.
Ooh. That's a big hit.
He makes his fourth attack.
Oh, that's right. He's got 4
Oh,
arms.
yeah.
Well, he does have.
have 4 arms.
I'm really glad I moved.
How are you
Next
guys
to him.
surprised by this? He's got 4 arms.
And he makes his fifth attack.
Oh.
See, that's
Where'd that arm
surprised.
come from?
He has double attack.
He bites.
Oh, he's got teeth.
4 arms
also
and a
misses.
mouse?
Critical misses.
2 critical misses. How can that... Ah.
Change your color,
I
Ben.
am blessed.
Change your color.
Told
Oh my
so
god.
many ones. No,
Watches
it's
over
been-
me.
Seems
Make sure
tonight's number
4
is
armed
1.
people don't
I'm going to
shoot me.
evil purple.
Ooh.
Okay.
Majestic. Majestic
Super.
purple. Royal, even. I think Numa can get right in this fight.
Numa's like, I can't believe this to Octavia.
He punches him once and he dies. I'd be pissed.
That's how.
Oh, who's this guy's name?
Oh,
What's his
there's
name?
another one.
Eye piercer. Oh God.
Uma.
Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to reach down into my key and I'm going to manifest the gong of the summit.
Ooh.
And I'm
3
going to
times.
center it. Well, just once, I think, but it takes me 3 keys. And I'm going to center it on Spine Ripper.
And this is Shatter, right?
Yeah, it's shattered.
Okay.
So how do you? I don't know how to draw these circles or whatever. So
How big of
So
a
what's
circle?
it?
10
Yeah.
foot radius. 10 foot radius, I think.
Square.
10 foot
Is it-
radius.
Ah, square.
Each creature in a 10 foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. So I think if I put it right on Spine Ripper,
Does that include allies?
Every creature.
well,
So yes.
yeah, I'd like to.
She's all right.
I think I can make it to where even I get the guy who just showed up. Maybe now that he's
Move it north.
Yeah.
No, you can hit Octavia. It's all right.
I don't mind. I'm
Yeah, there you go. So
Hang on. Yeah, that. So I'm going to say that will not hit Eye Piercer. It will hit Leg Snapper
that's fine.
and Trepton.
will it hit neck
So
fighter?
move
You
it.
either get 2
Move it
or 4.
southeast. Move it southeast. To get
Southeast.
southeast to meet Neck Fighter and Tripson.
Okay.
So do I target those 3 guys?
Yep.
Okay.
Come on. Numa.
I hit attack. Or
I
save?
believe it's a
Hit save.
resistance, so you think you have to hit save.
Oh no.
3 successes.
Wow.
Where were those
There's the-
successes on the fireball?
There's the purple. There's the purple. Shit.
The power of the purple.
And now go ahead and do your damage.
Damage.
Oh, the
Sweet.
ones.
That's what I'm talking about.
And he
Yeah,
took,
baby.
okay, so he took half damage. Is that what that means? Half?
Yep, they took half.
Okay.
So he rolled 9. It automatically rolled it down
right.
to 4.
Hey,
That's what I'm talking about.
that's still 12 damage in one round. That's not bad.
Oh, did good. Did more than me.
Yeah.
I did 2 damage, I think.
3.
3.
You did minimum damage.
I did great.
Anyway, Numa, anything else you want to do?
Well, can I move and then have my second attack?
I don't think you get a second attack for that because you use that to cast a spell, not to take the attack action.
That's right. Okay.
So it's when you use your action to attack, or when you use your action to take an attack action, you get a second attack.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Sorry. It's just weird playing in daylight.
It's so messy.
Okay, well, I'm going to move.
Just the rays of the sun. They throw off the D&D powers.
They're frying our
I don't
brains.
know. I feel energized.
I'll move there to support Octavia so she doesn't get flanked.
All right.
Would that be turtle formation?
Exposed turtle formation, unfortunately.
Airman.
Turtle on back formation.
Yeah.
First question: am I on the north square or the south square here? All right,
Damn it.
because that 5 feet makes all the difference in what I'm going to be doing.
Misty step.
So I'm going to be charging forward
Woohoo.
right about here, all 30 feet of my movement, using a bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on this forearm guy that just swung repeatedly at Octavia.
Okay.
There was a lot of swing and a bite.
And then I'm just going to throw a couple of javelins his way.
All right.
Hunter's Mark, boom. Then javelin coming this way.
Whoa, critical with the
Nice.
javelin. Shit.
But it should be
Son of a bitch.
4d6 plus 2. Yeah.
Purple.
So, would you like to know what you rolled on the critical hit table?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
You little bastard. So, you rolled a 14. The effect is pressure point.
Ooh.
Ooh.
In addition to the standard critical hit damage, the target is incapacitated for 1 round.
Oh.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah,
What
I think
exactly
you-
does that do?
I think you hit a nerve.
exactly the pressure point I was aiming for.
All right, Numa.
No.
You get disadvantage on your next attack for pun damage.
Can't take actions.
But
You
then
needled him.
Second javelin is coming his way.
Hang on. Let me apply incapacitated.
Because you get that with advantage.
I don't think so.
No, they just can't take
action or
actions.
reaction.
Oh. Wait,
Nobody
Yeah.
notices the second javelin.
can't
Yep,
take
the second
actions
javelin
or
goes
reaction.
whooshing by him and clangs against the stone wall of the kennel.
So if it says it can't take actions, that means it can't take a move action either?
Nope.
Oh. Why does it say you can't do anything? That makes it so much easier. Okay.
All right, and that will be my turn.
Man, that
Turn it was.
All right. Hey, Spine Ripper. He's dead.
oh.
Your spine got ripped.
Little fella.
Xavier.
All right. Well, seeing him getting all beat upon, I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with my longbow. Huh. Or attempt. Yay! 26.
That'll hit.
All right.
Nice.
So we get longbow damage. Nice. Plus sneak attack.
Yep.
Plus favorite enemy.
Damn, man.
Well, as you fling this arrow at him, it goes sinking into the back of his neck.
You did it!
And where he's got a javelin, like, poking him right, like, just below the collarbone, and, like, all his arms kind of stiffened. You now have just put an arrow, like, directly into his spine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I do that, and then I move away.
And you do that because I hate you all.
All right, so I'm going to move into the building with my 35 feet of movement.
All right.
What do I see?
You see nothing.
Dun, dun,
Darkness,
dun.
death.
There.
I would like to hide from death with my bonus action.
What you see is that the stone outbuilding has a mossy roof and no windows.
Okay.
The solid oak doors at either end are about 9 feet tall.
Oh, shit.
The whole thing resembles a small barn. As you attempt to open it, you can make me a strength check because the door seems to be locked.
Oh, yeah, I didn't check that. All right, I'll attempt it. Strength check, that's my strong
If I
suit.
go inside, never mind.
11.
Yeah, you try to like bang on the door and it's just like, thunk, and it doesn't even move.
Your little arms can't open
All
the
right,
door.
well, I'll still use my bonus action to try to hide.
Okay.
All right. And I still have the cloak up, so I get advantage on stealth. Hi-ya. 25.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm good.
Yep, that guy's dead. That one's dead. Caden.
So that forearm guy is dead as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
don't
I hate you all.
Are you tilted right now? I sense some tilting. Anyway,
Had a good comeback to that. It's all right.
Anyway.
so it seems to be under control. I'll just go with a firebolt against Eye Piercer there. So, that's updated. Right. Yep. Okay.
Ooh.
Boo.
Wow, that's like the first time you've rolled below, like, 18 on a firebolt.
Anything else you'd like to do?
And I'll move back some. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Octavia.
Hi, Jen. I am going to take a step forward. Luann, go lay down.
You can tell them.
Leg stepper, leave us. Leave us in peace. And I am going to aim towards Mr. Leg Snapper in front of me. Bear mace him.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Wow.
More damage
Nice
against him than I did his person. I think everyone looks decent. Okay, so yeah, that's what I got.
I think you're the only one that's been hit.
Yeah, I'm good though. I was a beast.
Just wait.
I took 5
One of these
hits.
guys is going to do like rend damage on you and you're going to be bleeding for a while. Again.
Yeah. Been there. Not fun, but you know.
They're going to pick up the guy's forearms and take 5 swings.
They're going to beat you with.
It's a special ability.
So you're done?
Yep. I did my damage.
Oh, he's gonna get you back.
All right. Leg snapper.
Oh, he's not happy now. I just popped him on the head. He can handle it.
Let's see. Okay, so he's going to target Octavia and attempt to bite.
He misses. He's dazed.
He hits.
Oh, that's weird. They didn't even put the attack roll in there. Cool.
He's dazed.
Well, he rolled an 18.
I believe you.
That hit.
And you're going to take 6 damage.
What the heck? Did Fantasy Grounds just break or something?
I have reasons.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he just doesn't like us to know anymore. Think you guys aren't allowed to know.
So when they all start
Yeah.
auto-critting, that's when we're start raising our suspicion.
Neckbiter steps up. Also targets
He's
Octavia.
gonna target my neck. I just have a feeling.
They probably have like pack tactics or something.
Now, what would make you think they have pack tactics?
Because they're packing together.
You don't know that. You're hiding behind
I know.
a closed
I'm hiding.
door.
I'm hiding behind the building.
I mean, you guys fought drakes before, so
They weren't like these
You
guys.
have. You fought drakes before. You were there.
That's going to be a 23 to hit with
I fought
advantage.
dinosaurs. I know what you're talking about.
4 points of damage to Octavia.
Guys, these guys are really mean.
You're all right.
That was the master.
Huh?
Oh god, he's gonna come back to life, isn't he?
Eye piercer.
He had it on his turn for a minute there, but it scared me.
And you guys can see that?
You what?
The turn order and everything?
No.
Only
I
when
mean,
you.
we can,
Yeah, when
Only
it
when-
switches to that person, then it shows up on the combat
Yeah.
tracker.
that's it.
And Eye piercer is going to step up
Ooh,
and seeing his friends swarming Octavia.
dear God.
I'm gonna beat you all. Just you wait. You're all gonna die.
That's not nice.
Numa's
If I
hand.
was Erevan, I'd just step back and watch.
Right? You brought this on yourself.
You brought this on yourself.
That's a critical hit.
Oh,
Attacking with advantage.
Oh, wait.
Technically,
that's a crit
monsters.
table.
I just
He
can't
did
have
not
fun.
roll high on the crit table.
Turned off that thing that you've been rolling extremely well.
I promise I'm not faking them. I faked enough to help you guys survive.
Oh.
Although I think Draxus would beg to differ.
That was your roll,
Numa.
not his.
I know.
All right, so I'll. Conveniently, the enemy came to me. So I will eye piercer.
Is that considered
With
flanking?
my
Is that-
sword.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you are.
Oh, all the rolls have turned off.
Oh, they have?
Yeah. Numa's rolls just disappeared.
Oh, it just shows that he hit a 27. They rolled a 27.
Yeah.
I just saw a natural 20.
It just says
Yeah.
attack eye piercer. It doesn't say what he rolled. Hit or
Oh,
miss.
well,
Let's see if it hits or not. I can see the 20 plus 7.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so that hits,
It does.
I think
and
this.
it
yeah,
it
it's
is a
definitely
crit.
one.
Nice.
And your effect is knockdown.
Oh.
In addition to the standard critical damage, you knock the target prone.
And you get another attack.
So
Yay!
Eye piercer is now prone.
So you get an attack with advantage.
So,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Told you all gonna die by Numa's hand.
Oh, another one!
Oh, another critical hit.
Oh my God. He's probably dead anyway, right?
Right. I'm sure that's another grid.
Yep, that guy had 1 hit point left.
Oh man.
Yeah, I wasted that one on that guy.
So how do you critically hit him?
As he As he lays prone on the ground begging for his Drake life, I shove my sword through his open maw.
So you just see it in his eyes. He was begging, huh?
Yeah.
He speaks Drake.
I have kinship with wild animals.
Creatures that you kill?
Yeah. Especially the cold-blooded ones.
Oh, yeah. Amphibious, even.
Amphibious, even. So I still have my motion. So I still have movement and a bonus attack, right?
Mm-hmm. You can make an unarmed strike.
I'm going to move over here to leg snapper.
You get that with
And I
advantage.
am going to attempt to... Can I get that one with advantage?
You're flanking.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
I think it's Aravan swinging around.
Oh, shit. I thought that was
Yeah,
Numa
everyone's
moving.
planning ahead.
Yeah.
I was confused. God,
That's a
Numa's
hit.
on
Don't keep
fire
it black.
tonight.
You
I mean,
got
this afternoon.
Ah!
Apparently, Numa, unlike
Oh
Chip,
my
works better
god,
in the
that's
day.
awesome.
As leg snapper is about to attack Octave again on his stiffened leg, I just snap his own leg.
Yes.
Snapper.
Ah,
Airman.
All right.
that's great.
So Aravan is going to come running, swooping around Numa, closing in on Neckbiter, moving his hunter's mark over to Neckbiter with a bonus action. And then Aravan is going to swing with his sword a couple of times this guy's way.
That's a hit.
This feels like more like D&D instead of knowing automatically that you hit.
10,
Ooh.
second swing coming his way.
That's also a hit.
All right. And
Ooh.
plus one more hunter's mark.
Why did some of your dice?
Do you get
scream
Hunter's Mark twice on a turn?
Every attack.
It's on each attack, yeah.
Okay.
That's why Rangers at full level are so devastating, because they can just lay on the hurt.
M&M?
Anything else?
That will do it.
Oh, he survived! Damn!
Not everyone can be a Numa.
Not everyone can be a Numa.
But what are you trying to say?
Xavier.
Alright, noticing that it's locked, I would like to attempt to pick the lock. I'll put my longbow away and try to pick the lock.
Go for it.
26.
It's almost like there's some sort of magic holding this door closed.
So I picked the lock, but the door doesn't open.
Right.
I gotcha. Okay. And I assume that's my action.
That would be your action, yes.
Alright.
Let me in.
So in that case, I'm going to move 35. And then I'll use, once I get there, I'll use my bonus action to move another 35 into the building. What do I see?
Oh, strangely enough, that door closed behind the last Drake.
Really?
And
He's got opposable thumbs? What is this? D&D?
They weren't
So-
raised in a barn.
They were...
anyway. So as you step through the door, the first thing you notice is the smell of rotting flesh.
Hold my breath.
Probably coming
And
from
as you look around, it looks like a kennel.
Oh.
There are several stalls. If you go over to the hunting lodge map,
Yep. Oh, I actually closed all those. I'll get it right now. Honey Lodge. Ground floor?
yes.
Okay. I see. Oh, jeez.
So there were a lot of stalls, and other than just that overpowering scent of death and decay.
Yeah, being in a demon stable.
Yeah. At the back, you see something that looks like there's like 3 spears kind of lashed together in a rough tripod,
Mm-hmm.
and there's an animal carcass that seems to be hanging from it. Can't quite tell what it is. And there's some sort of bowl beneath it, but kind of from where you're standing, it's all you can really see.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like it's draining its blood. Alright, well, I guess I'll use the rest of my movement to get more into the center of the room and try to find if he had anything of value or if he was just, like, totally a primal guard kind of guy.
Well, you can use the rest of your movement, but any of the other stuff will have to wait.
Yeah. I just want to get a better lay of the room, trying to get more into the center, I guess. So, there.
You learn to pick a square.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I had 10 feet of movement.
Anything else you want to do?
No, that's all I got. Oh, can I... Looking at that door, does it look like there's anything magical on the inside of that door? Because I couldn't get through it through conventional means.
Not really, no.
Okay. So it's just magically locked. Okay. Sweet. That's it.
Okay. Yep, that one's dead. That one's dead. Caden.
I'll take a shot at the remaining enemy.
Roll a one. Roll a one. Roll a one. Yeah,
Almost.
that's a hit. And that seems to finish that guy off.
It did. We're not going to be dinner after all.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I'll start moving closer now that the danger is past. That's all.
Octavia?
I am going to heal myself.
Okay, with busting out with the heels for yourself.
She's selfish.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Can I look around to see if there's anything else maybe that was alerted from our ruckus?
You can make an investigation or a perception check.
Direction. Go lay down, Luann. Perception.
You get advantage on that because of your shield.
Ew.
I do.
You haven't seen any movement in the... Like, you don't see anybody moving. You don't really hear anything. But you think there might be more light coming from one of the windows than there was before.
Oh. Hopefully they didn't see me. I'm in the building.
Probably just felt colder.
Too hot? Needed some air?
Open the window.
Open the window.
I will relay that information. The light seems to be brighter, more so light than before, if I'm not mistaken. And I will walk up to here, so I'm like kind of hidden behind the wall.
All right.
I'm really glad I didn't investigate that room by myself.
Anything else?
Nope, I'm
You
good.
are investigating that room by yourself.
No, I mean, I was fully ready to open that door and look inside. That would have been the death of me.
Literally.
Uh-oh.
Luckily, I...
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
He's got...
What?
I don't know
After
this.
being incapacitated for a turn,
Oh, he couldn't regenerate because he was incapacitated.
he could regenerate. He just couldn't do anything.
Oh, right. So he looked dead. Gotcha. I don't even know this. I'm like, okay.
Nope.
I looked and there was only one dog left, and so I
man.
ran into the building, so I don't even know anything's going wrong.
He's not happy with us right now.
But he stands up, and yeah, he is not happy. And he lets out a primal roar at the death that has
Oh,
been
no.
caused around him.
Loud, guys. Can we silence him?
Too late.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
he moves
he's this.
to right there. kind of standing protectively over the corpse of one of his beloved drakes.
I'm sorry, they.
And
I
he
didn't wanna
sees
be
the
dead.
person who did this.
I
Oh
point to
man.
Octavia.
Oh dear.
What are you trying to do, Amanda?
What are you channeling divinity for?
Oh, I was trying to change because it said 1 or 2. I was just trying to change my numbers. 2.
For your
I
warding
guess I
flare.
accidentally double clicked it.
I was just trying to take a short rest real quick.
Cheater!
Is that okay?
I didn't need it. I'm in a bad space right now, guys.
So he
I'm looking for my
he
device.
once again looks at Octavia and starts swinging. So, first attack.
Can we change your color back to that last color you had?
That's going to be a 26.
Oh dear.
That's a hit.
His next one, I'm going to do another warding. That.
So that uses your reaction.
Why do I double?
What's your wisdom modifier?
Wisdom fire 3.
So she has 1 left.
Okay, so you can still do it one more time. Okay, so this next one will be with disadvantage. That's going to miss.
I saved myself from 1.
So does that last the rest of the turn, or just that one
So it's
attack?
just the
Just
next
one attack.
turn. Or yeah.
All right,
not
so I'll
that.
use Portent to make the next attack a 10.
Okay.
Which,
Let's see.
well, what's Octavia's armor class?
Octavia's armor class is 18.
Yeah, I'll spend that.
You're a very kind man, because the 18 he rolled would have been another hit. But instead, it becomes a 17,
Whew.
which just misses. So he makes his 4th claw attack. And that misses.
Oh, good. Now he just has to bite me.
Yep.
If only I had seen him attacking earlier, we would have known this would happen.
And then the final bite attack. That's going to hit.
Oh no!
Shit!
I'm getting beat, guys. This guy is not nice. We're the same color orange now.
Is that a good thing?
And that's his attack and his movement. So, dead Drake. Go ahead and start taking all the...
Oh,
Poor Eye Piercer is dead. Numa.
Alright, well, it's obvious I'm going to have to attack this guy now. For Octavia!
he's like my bodyguard. I love him.
That's a hit.
Oh!
That's a miss.
You think I would hit one of those arms? just flailing, you should hit one. Oh, there we go.
And that last one's a hit.
You take down Goro.
And going to climb his face with my spider. No, just kidding.
Aravan.
Aravan is going to come up around behind this guy as he's laying into Octavia.
Take him down.
Bonus action to switch his Hunter's Mark back to this guy. Then he's going to take a couple of swings with the sword. The first one?
That'll hit, but you didn't roll with advantage for flanking.
Just in case it's a crit. No, okay.
Okay, so the first one hits.
So first swipe with the longsword. 9 damage. Second one,
And you see him collapse.
I'm just going to keep hacking into this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to find a stick.
That'll hit.
I'd like to find a stick or a shovel around and stick it through his abdomen to stick him to the ground. Because at our abbey, we learned that possums can play dead. So You make sure they don't go anywhere during the night.
Octavia, are you all right?
This is worse than the tentacle monsters, I'd have to say.
There were no tentacle monsters, Octavia.
Well, then you can imagine how much worse this is. Yeah, he was.
Xavier, you did hear another roar coming from outside.
He's BRBing right now.
Well, he has movement. Apparently, he just can't talk. So you once again see the creature lying, apparently dead, on the floor.
If only Chesko were here.
Okay, so you're going to be attacking with disadvantage because it's prone. That's still going to hit.
Sorry, wife was on the phone. All right. Ha!
All right.
And that, and that.
You sink this arrow into him.
And I'll come out and say, what's going on? And can I do a knowledge check of some kind to see what the hell this thing is for it to come back up after I know I killed it?
Sure.
Okay, what would that be?
Nature.
Survival, maybe?
Nature.
Oh, okay.
Or survival.
Natural 20, yes!
Oh, nice.
Why this didn't occur to you before, you really don't know, but this is clearly a troll.
And
like,
I would know to burn it?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows the stories of trolls, that only acid and fire can truly kill them.
It's resistant to fire, though. Anyway, okay.
I will... No, it's not vulnerable to fire, but that stops regeneration. I will...
no, Adam noticed something else earlier, but...
right, I was hiding.
When you investigate him, if you manage to truly kill him, you may find out.
Right. I will...
I have acid.
I will yell to Caden, kill it with acid. Or burn it with acid. And I'll use the rest of my movement to move to the southern building. And
okay.
I will attempt to hide again. Just in case, because apparently shit keeps coming up. So, attempting to hide from anything else coming. 26.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Caden.
All right, so this counts as unconscious, right?
Yeah, he is currently unconscious.
All right, so acid splash is going to automatically land.
Yep.
So I'll just roll damage.
Suffice it to say that as you walk up, holding this little acid orb in your hand, you just kind of throw it down on top of him, and all these wounds that you'd almost see trying to knit back together are just ripped open by the burning of the acid. And, the places where he'd gotten shot, where there were arrows sticking out of him were slowly being pushed out. As the acid kind of runs down his body and just starts leaching into these things, you see that it just kind of forces its way into the wounds and burns them. And you're confident now that the damage you have done to him is truly fatal. And we can finally exit initiative order.
Oh, thank God. I'm still at the ready, though, depending on if his roar alerted people.
So, again, you still haven't seen any movement of any kind in the area. You haven't heard anyone, but there was a lot of noise, starting with that fireball.
Yeah.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to investigate the troll's body to figure out why it was resisting fire and so on.
Okay. Well, the first
Also
thing
loot.
you... What? Loot? Who loots? Anyway, the first thing you notice is that he was wearing this cloak. And again, it seemed like it was just covered in moss and just all kinds of interesting fauna. And as you reach down to touch it, you can still feel the dampness of the cloak. So you realize that what has happened is that he understood that he was potentially susceptible to fire as a troll, especially a four-armed troll. He's clearly been in many fights to have both arms lopped off and eventually grown back as two additional ones. And so you think he had probably soaked his cloak in water of some kind, both to keep the moss growing on it and also to help protect him from any fire.
He's a smart troll.
Never go.
Last thing we need is intelligent trolls.
I know, right?
Well, this intelligent troll is not likely to be a problem again.
So is Numa moving closer to me?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was moving to start exploring, I guess, these buildings or whatever. Or wherever we're at.
So I'll tell Numa,
So you guys can just move freely now.
the room to the north is it's just a kennel. It seemed like he was just standing there guard.
But Caden, as you investigate the body further, you do notice that the cloak he's wearing, aside from being covered in moss, is actually like underneath the dirt. It looks like it's a winter wolf cloak.
Ooh.
And the clasp that holds it around his neck is shaped like a paw, and you're pretty sure it's made of mithril.
What?
So,
Caden snatching that.
if you want to make me another investigation check to try to guess or discover just how valuable that thing might be.
17.
You're pretty sure that combined the cloak and the clasp, especially if you give them clean and better condition, would probably be worth about 1,000 gold together.
Wow.
You think the cloak's probably worth about 250 gold, but the clasp about 750.
Nice.
And aside from being damp and dirty, the cloak does look very warm.
But it's large, right? It's like a giant cloak.
And it's pretty big, yeah.
It's more like
But-
a 3-person sleeping bag.
But you're pretty sure you could make it work. And it only went like halfway down the
Okay.
troll's back.
Like a cape.
It's not like it was form fitted to him. Anyway, so Numa, you were going to go investigate something?
Well, I was just moving towards wherever the buildings were. I mean, are we on a path? And these buildings were in the path?
You had followed a path to this area. You're seeing the back of a large building. You haven't been around to the front of it yet. But it's a 2-story building that looks, it's relatively well constructed, it looks like. It looks basically like a hunting lodge.
Okay.
Like you could see from the outside that the ancient building has a wood and plaster upper floor over a fieldstone lower floor. Its shuttered windows are all closed. The roof is completely overgrown with moss. And a single door stands slightly open. Smoke pours from one of 3 large chimneys.
We can see an open door from where we're at.
Yeah, the door to the kitchen is slightly open.
Well, I'll say we stealth our way in there.
Numa, if I might, you have those shoes that allow you to walk on the walls. Why don't you take a rope up to the 2nd floor and we enter from there?
I like it.
And
So there's shuttered windows on the 2nd floor, right?
Yep. And along the back and on the ground floor.
Numa proceeds forward.
And I do have invisibility memorized, if that will assist.
I don't know what the plan is here, but we probably should scout first before we barge in there.
Well,
I am more than happy to help you walk around the buildings.
You wait here, Octavia. I think you've done quite enough.
I'll walk up to the 2nd floor and see if those windows, the shuttered windows, can be opened.
There is a balcony on the 2nd floor.
Oh,
So I figured you could maybe take my grappling hook and rope and, attach it on the 2nd floor and we could climb up.
yep. Octavia, you can watch the kitchen door.
That would probably be best for the heavy people to stay down on the ground.
Okay,
No offense,
I'll walk up to
Octavia.
the.
I'm not very big.
To see Alma.
I'll take the grappling hook up to the balcony. Well, I'll inspect the balcony first, but is there an open door or anything at the balcony, or is it just...
So, well, first, let's back up before you guys burn off and decide all these things are happening. So, you're done with the other 2 outbuildings.
If nothing was coming out of those out of the 2nd outbuilding at this point, it's not going to come out. So I don't even need to look.
I'll take the opportunity to scout out the building with the stable-like doors while Numa's going up, scouting out the balcony. Since us heavier folk were advised to stay down here.
So Numa's taking a rope and heading up towards the balcony.
I'm stealthing with Numa, so as soon as he gets the rope attached, I'm climbing it.
Okay.
I'll go with Aravan to look in the stable door room.
Okay. And Caden?
Fire support.
Guess I'll stick around Octavia.
Yes,
Okay.
you and I get to cause trouble.
So, we'll say that the 3 who are sticking around by the stable can look at the stable before you guys get in position to do the rope and stealth trick.
Yep.
All right.
So, if you'd like to place yourselves wherever you want to go.
I'm once again going to try and go around it.
You gonna go around the backside?
Watch out for that bucket this time.
Especially looking for buckets.
do you want to spend?
And Caden, did you want to take that cloak, or are you just leaving it on the body?
I'll take it.
All right. You can add 1 winter wolf cloak with mithril clasp to your inventory.
All right.
Caden,
Add
if you
it.
get overburdened, I have the bag of holding.
I'm doing fine for now. Thank you.
As is, that cloak is going to weigh like 10 pounds.
All right.
Okay, so as Caden is taking the cloak off the troll, and Aravan is opening up the stable doors and looking inside, what he sees, you can see on the ground floor map, is an empty stable that it's got kind of a peculiar scent to it, but there doesn't really seem, there's nothing in there, nothing really of any note to be seen.
I'd make a quick investigation check to see if there's anything hidden in any of these stalls, or
Sure.
perhaps what the source of this stink is.
It's not so much a stink, it's just a different odor. With that roll, make me a nature check with disadvantage.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can see hidden, and you can't place the smell. Doesn't smell like horses, but it's you just don't know what it is.
All right. Stepping back out, I'll look to Caden, like, we're all clear.
And at this point,
Alright. Gaten will nod back.
Numa is getting the rope together, and he and Aravan
Xavier.
are approaching. Sorry, he and Xavier are approaching the back wall.
Trick Xavier as he's walking up so that I take his place. Now,
And I stealth so he can't see me.
So, would the three of you back there like to do anything else?
I assumed at the same time he was opening the door, I was going to be opening the other doors.
Sure.
So if I didn't see anything different, I'll look around, but
Yep, you don't see anything different.
then I will come back around here. Oh, goodness. Just kind of wait.
So, seeing them going up, I'd like to make my way towards the front door. I'm guessing these are windows on either side of it.
You're looking at the ground floor map?
Ground floor map, yeah.
Yep, those are windows.
I'd like to move myself roughly about there-ish so that I'm not in front of a window, but also close enough if something comes through the door.
Caden and Numa and Aravan are on the ground floor map now. So place yourselves wherever you'd like to be.
I'm on the map, you said?
Xavier.
Sorry. Xavier, Aravan, and Numa.
I would
He
assume
didn't
that
say
we would
but-
take the right side of that balcony, so wherever that balcony would land, then I would assume Numa would head on the side closest to us. At least that's where Xavier's going to go. Yeah.
And Caden and Octavia, I'm assuming you're kind of back there near the other buildings.
If they cleared everything out, I'll start making my way towards the rest of the group.
I'd like to get a little closer.
You're not sure
but,
you cleared
like,
everything out,
hanging
but-
back.
Okay, well, Xavier did that building. Aravan did this building, right?
He looked inside. That's all you know. He said it was a kennel. But he clearly spent like 5 seconds in there.
Oh, well, then we'll go back in there. I'll go back in there.
I mean, he stepped in, he heard a scream, and he came back out and started shooting arrows again.
Yeah, I'll go back in the kennel.
All right,
I
so
don't like just standing around.
we'll spend our time exploring these 2 buildings.
2 more trolls. They're sleeping.
Okay, so you guys are going to go search the kennel. I'm going to take you.
A little offended they told the heavy people to stay on the bottom, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go help them. I'm going to prove my worth.
You're going to climb the rope?
No, I'm going to the kennel.
They called you heavy? Those assholes.
I know. You know,
I'm like
those guys.
small.
I meant the armor.
Right.
I've been drinking. Leave me alone.
Just because I
Okay.
ate a hen. Okay?
Why is if you're drunk on this mission?
So, we'll go to Numa and Xavier now. So you're on the upper floor map.
Yeah, so I'm going to investigate that balcony before
Walk up the wall.
as I walk up the wall to see if there's an open door, closed door.
All right, so you go walking up the wall, and as soon as you get to where you can see the balcony, make me a perception check. All right. What you see is 3 windows on that side and a double door set kind of right in the center of that balcony.
The windows are shuttered.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to climb to that first window next to the balcony to see if I if I can see, is there a crack or something I can see through the shutter to see the room within.
Okay. The shutter's pretty well fitted, so there's not much of a gap.
Okay.
You could attempt to open it or do other things, but
No, I just wanted to make sure they couldn't see me too. So I'll.
you think it would be hard to see in or out without opening the shutter.
So the doors are closed at this point.
Yes.
All right. So I'll move to that first square on the balcony there and attach the grapple to that corner.
Okay.
And then I'll move to investigate the doors to see if there's any way of seeing what's inside there either.
All right. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
It's a door.
It's a door.
So you go lean up against the door, kind of put your ear to it and try to listen. You hear some crackling from inside. You think it might be a fire. That's pretty much all you hear.
Okay. Well, I'll move into SWAT formation on the other side of the door and to give Xavier some room to get on the balcony.
Okay.
As soon as the hook is placed, I start climbing.
All right. Make me an acrobatics check.
Oh, jeez. 11.
Well, since it was a DC 5, as long as you didn't roll 1, you were fine.
Yeah. Whew. Well, even then, you don't automatically fail, right? Checks?
You do start falling.
Oh, okay. So I slowly climb. I'm starting to get practice at this.
And you get to there.
All right. I'll hop over the railing once I get there
Okay.
and retrieve my grappling hook and put it back in my bag. Quietly.
Okay.
And then I would like to inspect the door for a trap or alarm once I get
All right.
onto the platform there.
So you get there, and go ahead and do your investigation check.
22.
You're looking around. You don't see anything that would indicate any kind of trap.
Okay. I will also do a perception, and then if I don't hear anything quite threatening, I would like to gently try the door.
Okay.
22 again.
You hear a little more clearly the sound of a crackling fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's about all you hear.
No footsteps, no voices. Okay.
Nope.
All right. I nod to Newman and I say, whisper, "It seems like there's nobody inside. I'm going to try the door." And I try the door.
Acknowledged.
Knowledge.
I said acknowledged.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead and try the door.
Try the door.
It's unlocked.
All right. I gently open it, and I like to see what's inside the room as I crack the door open.
So as you crack the doors open, you can see kind of right down the center of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see is a large-ish room. There seems to be a tapestry of some kind on the wall opposite you.
Okay. Can I see what's on the tapestry, or do I need more open doors?
You're gonna have to actually go look at it to really see what's going on there.
All right. I look to Newman and I say, I guess it's now or never. I fully open the door enough for me to step into the room.
Okay. And so you basically can see the entire room now.
Okay. So, into there.
And what you see is there is a roaring fireplace that's just pumping out heat. You know, it's very warm in this room compared to how cold it is outside. And the light from the fire illuminates this chamber, which you just get the feeling it's big, and you look up and it's like 30-foot ceilings.
Wow. It's huge.
Okay. And the ceiling seems to be buttressed by 10 wooden pillars, and each pillar seems to be carved like a dragon. You also notice there are 5 tapestries hung along the walls. 2 on the west wall flanking a door,
Mm-hmm.
2 on the east wall hanging side by side, and a particularly grand one dominating the south wall next to the fireplace. That's the one that you saw before.
I see. So I take a quick look and I say, Numa, it's safe to come in.
So,
And I step towards the east wall, and I'd like to start looking for maybe a hidden door or something behind the tapestry.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make me an investigation check.
All right. And since it's specifically for a hidden door, I believe the feat comes in on that. Detect
Which
presence
feat?
of hidden doors. My Dungeon Delver feat.
Okay, so was that to give you advantage on the check?
Yeah, just advantage on the check.
Okay.
For hidden doors. On investigation. 2 14s. Didn't matter. 21. For hidden doors.
All right, so
behind
you
the
start
tapestry.
searching, like you ignore what's actually on the tapestries for the moment.
Yep.
And you just start looking. And you actually do find the outline of a door hidden behind one of the tapestries. And there seems to be a door right about there.
I see. Does it seem to be like a sliding door? Or do I see like a place where it would slide, or does it look like like an open door, like a manual swinging door?
You think it probably swings.
Okay. Do I see a hinge on my side?
The hinge isn't obvious, no.
Okay, then it probably opens out.
It's very well hidden.
Okay. I'll say, Numa, I found a hidden door behind this tapestry.
what does the tapestry have on it?
Yes, I love that. Numa's like, forget the door.
All right. So we're going to come back to you guys.
Yeah.
Airvan,
I love this. Numa's like,
You,
hidden things? I don't care. What's on
you've
there?
watched the two of them. You watched Numa just walk up the wall, and then Xavier climbed the rope, and then he took the rope up behind him. So,
Okay, that was not part of the plan.
so you now have no way of accessing their point of entry, and they're not saying anything to you.
I'd like to wait here for at least another minute before I see either Octavian, Caden, or hear from Xavier and Numa before doing anything else.
Okay. Caden, Octavia, you two have gone up to inspect the kennel.
Yes.
So, you step into the kennel, and as you actually start looking around trying to see what's in here, you notice that at the back of the kennel are 3 boar spears lashed together in a tripod, with an animal carcass hanging from it. You think it's probably a young boar, and you notice that the bowl that was beneath it is covered in runes, written in blood.
Ooh. Ooh.
See, I wouldn't have done good there anyway. That's Numa's thing for tracing out runes.
I'd like to
That
go a
sure is
step
magical.
further.
Do any of you speak giant?
Language
Nope.
No, but I do prefer the
Nope.
large print books.
Numa drops dead.
I do, however, have the comprehend languages ritual.
Well, you see runes. You don't know what they say.
Can I maybe do a history check to see if I want to understand this kind of ritual?
You can do a religion check.
Okay. I'll take what I can get.
Nice.
Having heard tales of the trapdoor in the tower, I'm going to start casting the comprehend languages ritual.
Okay, so that's going to take you 10 minutes.
Yep.
So you start casting a ritual. And as Octavia is looking at this setup, it's reminding you an awful lot of, well, you don't remember exactly where you would have seen this. It's like you have a very faint, dim memory of this. And
My tongue.
as you focus on it, you get this feeling like, well, like you had a past life. And in that past life, you saw a giant altar. Similar in construction to this, much grander, much darker. And you saw not just wild game like a young boar, but people, magical creatures, strung up, drained of their blood into vessels like this. And you remember it being a shrine to the demon lord Baphomet.
Oh dear.
And these wisps of memory are floating around in your head, and you feel like you're somehow a different person, somehow much grander than what you are now.
You feel
And then the
quite
memories
huge.
escape from you.
I feel small once again.
You feel very small.
I'm gonna look at Caden, and even though he's clearly doing a ritual, I'm going to start talking to him.
He's
this
just getting
seems-
started setting up.
Oh, good. Well, I'm going to interrupt you anyways. This seems to be a shrine to evil dark lord, not Bahamut, but it starts with a B. So it sounds the same.
Baphomet.
Beelzebub?
Baphomet.
Belial?
Blasphemous.
It's
Would I know a way to like take down the shrine that doesn't like summon him?
You don't get
Like, I know
the
it's
feeling
just like
there's
a
anything
shrine.
magical about this shrine.
Okay, good.
You think it's just, I mean, trolls are, well, they're not exactly, I mean, they're humanoid, but they're certainly not human. And they do have, like, giant ancestry, so having a troll worship a demon lord, maybe not the most unusual thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to try and take it down, but I'm going to do my best to not disturb the bowl so he can still read the runes in it.
Okay.
Baphomet. Baphomet. That is very similar. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. See? Choy. I'm going to feel very small while I'm doing it. Like, if I were bigger, this would be really no problem. I could take it down in one swoop, but instead I'm struggling with one spear. I wonder
Okay,
if this boar
are you
is
going to
good
continue your ritual?
Yeah.
Okay, so
If
Octavia,
you're riding a giant here, it might be useful elsewhere as well.
while he's preparing for this ritual, what are you doing? Now you've knocked over the altar. You haven't disturbed the bowl. Okay, well, I guess nothing else then.
Well, like, I don't know what else to be doing. Like, I'm just dismantling it. Like, trying to
I
take
mean, you're
the
still
boar
stuck
head
in this
down.
kennel for at least the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. So, I'll explore, like, the kennels themselves. Like, maybe he had a specific spot he sat. I'd like to investigate that area.
Okay, make me an investigation check.
Okay. Yes.
It takes you a few minutes, but then you kind of like start on the wrong end of the kennel, and as you're going space by space, eventually you find an area that has some rather nice pelts.
Ooh.
Find 6 ermine pelts, 3 fox pelts. That seems to be kind of where he would deal with the. It's pretty clear that he was like the hunter, or at least the kennel keeper.
You said fox pelts and ermine pelts?
Ermine.
Ermine.
It's a kind of weasel.
So
Very
6
soft.
of those.
like mink.
Of those pelts. And how many fox pelts?
3.
3. Nice. I take them.
Okay.
They make a beautiful cloak.
Each of the
They're all in, so I
pelts
don't feel
weighs
bad.
about 5 pounds.
Let's see.
That's 45 pounds of pelts.
I'm still good.
All right, so that's going to take you guys the next 10 minutes. Ervan, you're waiting at least a little bit. So back up to the 2 in the chamber. So, Numa, which tapestry are you looking at first?
Well, I was looking at the one that was on the southern wall next to the fireplace. And I mean,
Okay.
in general, is it a normal sized fireplace? I mean,
The fireplace looks relatively normal sized.
has it got any engravings on it, or?
The fireplace itself doesn't really seem to, no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a general sense of the tapestries. Are they showing violent scenes of young
Like I said, it
monks
depends on
getting
which
killed?
one you look at first.
Oh, let's go with the southern one then.
Okay, the biggest one, the southern one. This thing is fully 35 feet long and 20 feet tall. It
Wow.
dominates the southern wall. And what it depicts chills your heart. Because you see Tiamat, queen of evil dragons, glorified, crowned in gold and silver, and worked with gemstones and gold and silver thread.
What?
It shows Tiamat crushing cities and surrounded by adoring followers. If you would like to make me an history check,
yeah, that's what I
might learn a little more. You're looking and something is nagging you about these cities, but you can't put your finger on it.
So
But
almost
there are
familiar.
clearly, like, there are actual gemstones, actual gold and silver thread worked throughout this tapestry. And it's huge.
I'm back. What do we do?
The
I found a
tapestries-
huge dragon.
Oh,
Yeah, the tapestries actually have actual physical jewels in them
The one on the south wall does.
on the south
the
wall.
the big tapestry.
The big tapestry. What it shows is Tiamat, queen of evil dragons, crowned in glory. She's actually wearing crowns woven of silver and gold thread. And she has cities, like, grasped in her claws, and it shows her surrounded by worshippers.
Numa, give me a hand.
You're
with that
amazed you
tapestry.
didn't notice that in the first place, but you're too busy looking for secret
Yeah,
doors.
no, too busy assessing threats.
Obviously,
Let's-
collector of fine arts.
Let's
So,
put that in the bag of holding.
It's a 20-foot by 35-foot tapestry.
We can fold it up.
You're estimating it probably weighs, yeah, just around 200 pounds.
We got room. No, if it doesn't go
think
to Leosin, I'm sure there's some fine scholars that will pay good coin for it. And I don't want these cultists to have it anyway. But
Okay, if you're now looking at the tapestry, you can make me a history check also.
okay,
I was just thinking about taking the jewels out, not necessarily the whole tapestry,
I'll take the whole thing.
because it's
It'll be
basically
worth more.
trying
You
to
said history?
Mhm.
All right, not my strong suit.
yeah,
14.
better than the.
Slightly.
Only because you've been there. You think you recognize one of the cities shown on the tapestry as Baldur's Gate.
Oh shit! This is all like a prophecy or some shit.
Yeah, it's foreshadowing. Yeah.
I definitely want to take it now because there's useful information.
I can just see you guys like standing there in the middle of this cold base, like, yes, indeed. I like
Hands on our
breakfast,
chins,
the
like,
strokes that
stroking
go
our
this
chins.
way.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'll say
Indeed. Get me a cocktail, Numa,
This-
would you?
no. I'll tell Numa.
Would you like to look at the other tapestries?
Yeah.
I'll tell Numa. You see if these other tapestries have anything of meaning. I think we should get the others up here now that the room is relatively safe.
Agreed.
So
I look at the. Go ahead.
I'll step back out to the balcony, and I'll lower back down the rope, and I will spend 12 seconds messaging Erevan and Caden, and I guess 18 seconds, and Octavia, saying we found the room on the balcony next to the balcony is clear. Come quietly to each of them.
I'm curious if I should penalize you for metagaming.
Why?
What? After you took the grappling hook up, now you're going to go put it back? It's like,
Well, the intention was to not leave a trace in case somebody came outside.
Anyway,
How else are they
So-
going to get up?
That was my question when you took it up in the first place. Numa, you start looking at the other tapestries. You don't learn any special details, but what you do see is that they depict dragons who are hunting or killing or feasting on lesser creatures. You see one that has a blue dragon attacking a desert caravan. One has a green dragon expelling its gaseous breath at a bunch of elves. One shows a red dragon burning down some sort of city. And then you see one that has a black dragon and a white dragon circling over a cold swamp dotted with ruins.
I think we might have... That was what color the dragons were on the swamp? The
Black.
One was black and one was white.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that what we saw at the telescope deal?
I thought we saw
saw
two
two
black
black
dragons. We saw one for sure.
You did see two black
Yeah.
dragons.
Two black dragons. Maybe they're colorblind.
Maybe it was dictation.
So is there any, like, celestial objects in these tapestries to indicate a phase of the moon, or...
Oh.
With a history check of 7, no.
That's just that was a history, not
Astrological?
yeah. That's to see if there's any historical references in tapestries.
Numa missed that class
Like,
at Monk College.
In case I knew that guy grasped into his left claw.
Is that Napoleon Bonaparte riding the red one?
Leosin, what are you doing in that painting?
All right. Okay. So I'll wait for the others to arrive and warm myself by the fire.
So I let the hook down and I send my message and I come back in the room.
As you let the hook down, are you like holding onto the rope?
No, sorry. The other way around. I attached the hook and I let the rope down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, totally.
So, Caden, you get this message right in the middle of your concentration. Sorry, what did you say?
He was
Exactly.
concentrating.
Is that what you reply to my message?
Don't need to actually make a roll, or just like ignore it until I'm done.
You can ignore it, and I'll give you advantage on your concentration check. But if you try to respond in any way, then yeah, you lose concentration on your ritual.
You
I'll
can
ignore it.
I sent it to everyone, but you
Okay,
don't
make
know
me a
that.
concentration check with advantage.
Advantage.
It's a Constitution save.
Natural
Yep.
20 on
No problem.
fire tonight.
I think he's ignored you before.
He has.
Yeah, he's very good at ignoring you.
He's used to it.
He's proficient in ignoring Xavier.
But the other two do hear the message clearly.
I'm going to reply. We'll be there in a little bit. We're trying to understand giant speak. Give us 10 minutes. See that shortly. Then maybe there's a boarhead in here.
Oh, I should have said there was ham. I should have said there was ham up here.
Airman's going to respond with, Caden and Octavia went to scout out the building that you left unfinished. It'll be a moment.
Well, the rope drops right next to you, so.
Ah! Snakes!
Snakes! So, now that that's done, I come back into the room. And I would like to take a closer look at the rest of the tapestries.
All right, go ahead and make me a history check.
Certainly. Not going to be as good as the last time. Guarantee. Yep.
Yep,
Slightly
you also
better than
don't learn
Numa.
anything. You see the same thing that Numa saw.
So I see the red dragon decimating a city.
Yep.
I instantly go and rip that tapestry down.
Well, before you do that,
Before I do that.
make me a perception check.
Ah, shit. Whoa, that rolled all over the place. 23.
There is just, I mean, yeah, it's a red dragon, but there's something eerily familiar about this red dragon.
Yeah. That's no bueno. Dragon looks familiar. The history check doesn't affect if the city seems familiar.
Yeah, it does affect whether the city seems familiar, and it doesn't.
Okay.
You don't recognize any of the
But I recognize the dragon.
landmarks or anything, but you're pretty sure you recognize the dragon.
So Newman knows me to be stealthy, and this is not a stealthy maneuver. I go and rip the tapestry down.
Yeah.
I shove it into the bag of holding.
Okay.
Very
Just reminds me of
5 minutes
angrily
later.
and furiously shoving it into the bag of holding.
Oh,
So as you're shoving it in there, that tapestry weighs about 75 pounds.
Jeez Louise.
Okay. Did we ever make a second character for the bag of holding?
I don't think so.
Another character. Okay.
But I got the Tiamat huge tapestry, 200 pounds, and the Red Dragon tapestry, 75 pounds.
Okay. I don't know what our total weight is right now in the bag of holding, but I think we should still have enough room in there. But I haven't taken the Tiamat tapestry yet, just the red dragon.
is the red dragon the one next to the door, or the one about the secret door?
Nowhere. It's in the bag of holding.
And I assume all the smaller ones are around the same size and weight.
Yeah, they seem to be.
So there was a green dragon, and then the black and the white, were they above the
Swamp.
above the
swamp, yes.
But were they covering the secret door, the red, the black and the white?
Actually, it was the blue dragon tapestry that was covering the secret door.
Okay, blue dragon. All right, so we have the big one there, and then we had. Okay, so the black and the white shared one tapestry on either side of the standard door, right? And then the red dragon was on the other side of the standard door.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Who wants to own the bag of holding?
It's currently Xavier.
Let's go.
Xavier, there's now a character called Bag of Holding.
All right, thank you. And you said the smaller ones were 75 pounds?
Yep.
Okay. So we had a blue dragon, we had a black and white dragon on one tapestry. And
Are you throwing all the tapestries in?
no, I'm just writing them down, just for prosperity's sake.
Okay, well, who wants to? Somebody own the bag of holding and get it in there.
I'll
so
get
we
it.
can
I'll
see
get it.
I'm making an Excel sheet, and I can add what I've already got in the bag of holding notes. to it.
Okay, Ervin, you get it.
Ah,
Get it.
okay.
Get it.
You do
Now,
that.
get it out.
You do that, and then I'll take control of it. Was there a green dragon? You said there was a green dragon, right?
There was.
Okay. Where was the green dragon in the room?
It was the other one on the far wall.
The secret door wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got blue
Big
dragon
one.
tapestry, green dragon tapestry,
Red dragon.
Red Dragon Tapestry.
And then black and white shared a tapestry.
Black and white.
Okay, cool.
And then Tiamat.
Right, so that's not... We can't fit them all into the bag of holding. Because that's over 500 pounds. But the... in that case, I would probably take the Red Dragon Tapestry for my personal bag, then. That's personal to me.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So I'm going to say, as they're doing all this, other than the Red Dragon Tapestry, you guys trying to be quiet about it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the rest of them up until everybody else gets up, but the red one I'm taking. And I will, after my anger fit has faded, I'm going to listen at the door to see if anybody's coming.
You don't hear anything at the door.
Okay. I will, I guess I will give the obligatory 10 minutes, or 11 minutes, and if they're not already here, then I'm going to go through the secret door.
Okay. So, Xavier is getting ready to go through the secret door. Where are Caden and Octavia after your ritual completes?
Okay.
You read on the bowl. It basically just says, "Accept this offering, Lord Baphomet."
Ooh.
I took the offering.
So,
It's
Have to be
ham.
excited. Go ahead. Heck yeah. Taking it. No.
it's kind of putrid ham at this point.
I'm not really taking it. I'm just taking it
Serge
down.
trying?
You sure? I mean, it's been like weeks
I'm
since we've
just-
had ham.
Destroying their lovely ritual dance thingy. Done. Took it apart. That's in shed.
All right, so Caden will read that and vaguely remember that something tried to interrupt him during his ritual. Turned to Octavia and said, "Did you get a message or something from Xavier?"
Oh, yeah, they want us to go up to the balcony now. I told them they'd have to wait. You were busy. We can
All
go
right,
next.
well, back to the balcony then.
And let's go.
So did you use comprehend languages or something?
Yeah, so that's not specific to giant. Like any language, I can comprehend.
Sweet.
For how
That
long?
may come in handy.
It's like an hour, right?
Yeah.
And
Is it a
that's only
concentration
reading.
spell?
I think it just said straight up duration. Let me check. Yeah, just 1 hour.
Okay.
And then that's only written languages, right?
Literal meaning of any spoken language or any written language that you could see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. So if it's like in the distance, I couldn't do it. But if it's
Right.
If I can
so
touch
you
it, I
can
can
kind of
understand.
understand spoken languages.
Yeah.
Caden, read the street sign. Can you read it? No? No? Aha.
Nope. Oh,
What good are you?
that's so fucked up. Caden happens to be nearsighted.
Okay, so
What if
Caden,
mage hand
Octavia,
counts as touching?
Aravan, you, Xavier still like sort of pacing impatiently inside this room. As you three, I assume, attempt to start climbing the rope.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll be the last one up to try and like boost them up as far as I can, so like I can assist them. But just being the last one up.
Okay. So, who's going first?
I'll go first. I got
great.
this.
Oh, great.
I'm ready. But I gotta roll.
Acrobatics. Or athletics.
Oh no. Oh, there. Yeah.
All right, you
I'm
make it
gonna
up the
go.
rope with no trouble.
Heavy my ass.
I don't think they were talking about your ass, Octavia.
It's heavier now, though. I've got these lovely pelts. I'm so excited to make something out of.
Oh, you took
Don't
some
ask me what-
pelts?
I did.
Nice.
It's okay, and I assume you're up next.
Guess so. What am I rolling?
Athletics or acrobatics?
I'll get out of the way so they can climb up.
Oops.
You just barely made it. So you
I can
struggle your
help
way
pull
up
them
the
over
rope.
the side.
Oh,
It takes
geez.
you a little longer than it took Octavia, but you make it up there.
Okay.
And Erevan.
I thought I was seriously overweight. Oh.
I'll reach and help him up the
Wait,
side.
don't you have
too,
athletics?
if I can.
I've only got a +2 to athletics.
Better than +1.
Either way,
Well, I saw them doing it.
so you start climbing your way up the rope, and you're really struggling. It's almost like you're wearing some sort of heavy armor or something. But with Caden's help and at the top, he pulls you over the edge. And finally, all three of you are up there on the balcony.
Ryan, are you inputting all that into the bag of holding character?
I'm doing it on the Excel sheet right now.
Okay. Because I got a bunch of coin that we have to put in there too.
I go all the trouble and make a new character.
Once you
but
release it from the
you know
character,
what?
I will put it in.
All right, so everybody's up there. Xavier, you know where the secret door is, which is
Yep, right there.
right there. So are you three coming into the room? You staying out on the balcony?
I'll head to it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for them to like tell us what we're doing up here exactly.
Right, position yourselves as you'd like to be, and then I'm going to lock tokens.
So we're up on the balcony. Oh, gotcha.
Beautiful. All right.
Well, actually, so the secret passage is.
Xavier
Okay.
standing right in front of it.
Oh,
That's the
What is that?
fireplace.
ah,
It's much warmer inside than it was outside.
Can I do like a once
I'm
over
good where I
to
am.
see if I can see like anything from this new height, like creatures walking, people walking, guards, or anything?
Sure, make a perception check. You look kind of up and to your right, and you see a nest of some kind on the roof.
Like a big nest,
troll
or
nest.
like
It is. It's kind of a large nest. Yeah.
Did anyone happen to notice what lives up there? Birds, owls, hawks, ravens, maybe.
It looks bigger than all those things you just mentioned.
I was hoping not. Largely deformed woodpeckers.
That's probably it. Nailed it.
We should probably get inside.
You hear like a slight rustling coming from that direction, and you see antlers
No.
over the top, like over the edge of the nest.
I'm gonna push Caden inside. And I'm gonna walk in after him. I don't want freaking elk birds. Not the elk birds again.
So you shove those guys inside. You step in.
Close the door.
All right.
Oh, jeez, that's not good. We can't ever go outside again.
Okay. So, Xavier, I believe you're about to open a door.
I am. I would like to check it for traps first, though. If I could do that. Or did I do that with my other investigation?
Yeah, when you found the secret door, you
I checked
looked it over.
Okay. I will quietly open the door.
Well, as you're looking for the mechanism, like you found the door.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Now you're not sure exactly how to find the thing.
Try to push on it, try to slide it.
Yeah, you try to push, you try to swing, you slide, and then you find one of the wooden panels feels slightly different right next to the door.
Like a step. I step on that.
No, wooden
Or in the
panels on the wall.
Oh, I push on that?
You push, it doesn't move, but then you slide it down.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Like you pull on it slightly,
Right,
and the door kind of,
okay, yeah.
and it swings open.
What do I see?
And in
inside?
front of you,
Before like we actually open the door, can I heal myself? I kind of forgot. I'm really bad shape.
sorry,
Nope.
he's already opening the door.
Man.
I mean, you can heal yourself if you like, but he is
I
opening
would like
the door.
to heal myself. Yes. I'm gonna use this second level spell slot for cure wounds,
Okay.
which is one more D8 after that. Yeah.
So do you not have a second level heal wound spell set up?
No. I didn't think that far in advance.
Okay. So you have healed yourself.
Okay, now I'm ready for anything but antler birds.
So as Xavier swings that door open,
Yep.
what you see is that inside, or on the other side of the door, is a darkish room with 3 closed windows. But on the walls, you make out just lots of stuffed animal heads. There's
There you
there's a
go.
stag that has like just a huge set of antlers with 14 points. There's a mountain goat head, a bear head,
Oh, wow.
2 winter wolves, and what you can only believe is an Ankheg's head.
Oh, jeez.
There are 2 tattered banners hung from the ceiling, and 2 leather chairs and a handful of braziers.
Oh, jeez. All right. All right. Well, I will proceed in and usher everyone else in and just kind of take a lay of the land, and then I'll go check the door. Just listening and seeing if there's anyone beyond it.
Okay.
So
you-
perception.
Where are the rest of you guys coming in?
12.
All right.
Do we see any of the tapestries still left on the walls in this room? Or
No,
did they
all the
take
tapestries
all
were
of that?
removed by the time you guys get up
Yeah.
there.
All right.
So you have no idea what was in this room.
Right. All right.
You just see 10 pillars carved like dragons.
Curious.
So you guys are just moving to right there? You're not going into the room?
Actually, Araban's going to be moving to this door to make sure Like, as backup.
Okay. Oh my God, that's horrible.
Why?
You said stuffed animal head.
Amanda, that's grotesque. It's bad enough when they're real animals, but my God. Okay, anyway. Octavia's definitely dying this session.
I want to go to the window and see if I can see antlers out of it or anything.
There's a shutter that's
Oh, good.
closed on the window.
I'm totally okay with that.
So, Airvan, you're checking the other door?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do like a perception check to see if you're
Yeah, perception check.
Alright. Ooh. That's
Yep.
a one.
You and Xavier, you don't really hear anything. Everything seems still quiet. Airvan, you don't hear anything. As far as you guys can tell, your presence still has not been noticed.
Did someone ever pull up the rope?
No, we didn't.
Yep, the rope is still hanging on the balcony.
Oh, too late now. Can't go back out there.
You can go back out to the room.
No, we can't go outside. There's antler elk birds.
Someone needs to grab my rope. If nobody comes in holding a rope, I'm going back and getting my rope.
Okay.
Because I will
I
take
didn't
time to do
mention
that.
it.
It's very important to my character.
All right, so you go back out, you grab the rope and the grappling hook, and you bring it back in.
Yep. Got it.
Did you see any antlers while you were out there?
No antlers.
Back.
What do you want to do?
Well, since Aravan's in the other room, as I walk past him, I'll whisper to him, "Do we want to proceed through the other door?"
I presume so. I've got your backs covered.
All right. I will proceed through the door.
Okay. So, as you open the door, what you see is a hallway. Well, sort of a hallway. It's like a kind of an interior balcony running around this room. And you can see over there. And what you see. Give me a second.
Can't be good.
See that?
Were all the tapestries
That-
gem encrusted, or was it just the Tiamat one?
Just the Tiamat one.
Okay.
And that. And that.
Oh dear. Let's go back and face the antler birds.
So I open the door and I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
You can always close the door. Maybe they didn't notice you.
I did do it quietly.
Well, as soon as I get done, revealing things.
I like where this is going.
So, you see that, and from the back. What you hear is a welcome, friends. I wondered when you might finally reveal yourselves.
Oh shit!
Do come out, come out.
All right, then.
Close the door. I must be talking to someone else, not us.
She says, welcome. I consider you to be my guests. Perhaps we can do business.
All right.
I look back to Aravan and just
You can't see Aravan.
Aravan's
I
in
can't
the
see
other
Aravan.
room.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So I guess I'll just walk into the room with my hands up.
Oh,
Okay, so go ahead and walk out.
what are you doing?
To
don't know where he is.
just to right there.
It's right there.
Yep.
Okay. And now you can see some more of the room. And see that. And that.
And yeah, this isn't good. How did they know here? They were so quiet.
Yeah.
That's an excellent question. How did they know you were here?
And that bucket only tipped off the troll. Caden, this is your fault.
Clearly.
Don't worry, I'll solve this problem the same way I started it.
So before we start this combat, I've got a hard stop at 4, so I don't know if you want to start this or not. If we
Say anything
start
about combat.
Well, that's true. All right, exactly.
There will be combat.
I go share our way out of this.
But we could just talk our way out of it. Maybe they're really nice people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
just misunderstood. Except they
I
want
mean,
to do business.
if Chip has a hard stop at 4, this may be a good place to call it.
No, it's only 2:42 here.
It's only 12:43, guys. We got
No,
solid.
I would say that's a good place to stop
reality.
because I don't know what kind of trouble I'll get us into.
You're right there. Maybe you're in the doorway.
So, yeah.
Ben,
Welcome
you're
to
trying
the
to
Hunting
kill that.
Lodge.
Got really mad. You like killed my troll. This is war. Why do these need to live in this frozen tundra? This is bullcrap.
Remember, the last thing she said was this.
See? That's
Yeah,
not somebody
forget.
looking for a fight.
Broke into their top balcony, stole all their tapestries. Like
They don't know that.
they don't.
That's true. They don't know that yet. We get.
They will when they loot our bodies.
You guys got this. I have faith. Aravan's gonna sneak up on the other side and just get him.
Right? If we put it off till next week, I'm less likely to roll as many ones as I have this session.
That's what I'm saying. We have a
This is
chance.
Oh, I don't know about that.
We're just good with 12.
Alright. Cool deal.
Well, now I
So,
have an
what do
entire
you guys
day.
think about the start of Chapter 8?
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it's great
Liking
so
it.
far.
Be honest with me, Ben. Did you just put that nest on top of the building just up with me?
No. Nope, that is straight from the book.
Oh, jeez.
It's messing with her pretty good. She doesn't like antlers on things anymore.
Anymore.
Too much.
In fact, if you guys had climbed to the roof, you might have discovered some different stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Gargoyles with antlers.
Cool deal.
So, any feedback, any thoughts, anything special you want to share from this adventure?
I think it's going swimmingly. No,
Yeah, it's
I
like drowning.
I mean, we've re-encountered our old arch nemesis, the bucket,
Twice even.
twice. In a very short span of walking.
It is good to have a recurring villain.
Something that everybody can truly despise.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
I thoroughly enjoyed the troll because I would have never known how to kill it had someone not done a check, and I would have been like, what the fuck do we do? And I don't have anything acid, so that would have been bad.
You just about killed it the first time it went down. Because it took a bunch of damage from that fireball right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you fireballed and then you dealt a lot of damage to it. Luckily, it didn't die until after its next turn.
Yeah. I guess if we would have got it down that turn, it wouldn't have been able to.
He probably would never known it was a troll.
Nope.
And nobody would have bothered to ask. It would have been like, weird forearm thing.
His name was Gerald.
No. It was a different name, remember?
So, yeah, someone's going to have to carry some stuff.
I'm like 10 pounds away from being over. So I got all those pelts, and that's kind of a lot. But it's worth it.
After we
I'll
kill
have a really
everything in this
beautiful-
lodge, I can do Tensor's floating disc.
Yeah,
How much-
Also
so
known as the loot tray.
Gold way.
It'll be interesting to see you dragging this little disc that's like dragging the
Piled with a whole bunch of crap.
it's piled with these tapestries, and the edges are like dragging along the ground, and every so often you have to stop and put the tapestry back on it because it keeps getting dragged off.
That's like, well, you use a tapestry to put all the gold in as like a bag.
And then
you
you
just
tie
pile the
it like a
bags in there,
bandana
and,
when you're
tie it
running
together
away.
with Xavier's rope.
I think you're getting tapestry confused with like a sheet.
who put their water skin in the bag of holding? Okay. Good to know.
Oh, you got a water skin?
Water skin alone.
That's like 8.34 pounds.
Yeah, he doesn't want to carry his own water skin.
I mean, there was no need to before we had hundreds of pounds of tapestries.
No, we're all right. We've got 466 pounds in there, so we're good.
How much does gold weigh?
I don't know if gold is actually calculating into the encumbrance.
Doesn't it tell you on your inventory sheet?
The other game does.
The other game does. This one doesn't. Are we counting that? Because if so, just in gold alone, it's probably breaking the bag of holding.
I don't know if we have that much.
There's a part of me that really wants to do that, and so to say that like the last tapestry you shoved in there broke the bag of holding.
Well, we have 5,700 pieces of coin.
Been holding out on us.
No, it's in the bag of holding.
I got 1,700.
Well, yeah, I've been keeping all
I
the
probably
silver and
got
copper pieces on my
700.
character. Not that I want to carry that many
This guy.
coins with me.
This guy. So you have been holding out on us.
I'm a thief. What can I say? No, so we have. I wish it. Oh, it doesn't do a total here in gold pieces either. But yeah, so that's 290 gold, another 21 gold. So we got like almost 1,000 gold pieces just in coin.
Trying to find a way to use this other program to calculate the weight.
Oh, use Roll20.
No, I've got
Who has
Hero Lab
that,
open.
that dragon statue? The bag?
That's the bag. Yeah.
Numa. Oh. Thought Numa had it.
That's the very ornate looking dragon statue that was in Resmir's chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much did you
Numa's
say
like,
that
look,
was?
I
Yeah,
poisoned
I think,
everything else in the room.
It weighs 20 pounds.
20 pounds.
I think I have it on my character sheet.
Yeah, but I think we said you didn't want to carry it because it was
No,
huge.
I don't. I'm not sure if I ever made it in the bag of holding.
20-pound statue is worth. I'm just gonna put in quotations that way we know.
I put question marks on that.
Let's see, 700 gold pieces, 2,900 silver pieces.
20 pounds. Okay, still good in the bag, even with the statue. I mean, if we ever make it to civilization, we might be able to upgrade a little bit.
We'll be kings.
And queens.
Oh, guys, I'm logging off.
All right, man.
Y'all
Thanks for
have a
making
good
it.
one. Next
Adios.
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
All right. See y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Ha!
You got it?
That much money would weigh 114 pounds.
Okay, well, it's not going to fit in the bag of holding then.
So your bag of holding is broken and everything's laying in the floor.
No!
Damn it, Savior!
As soon
You
as he
can't be
walks out with
trusted
his
with nice
hands up,
things.
gonna walk out with his hands up, and the bag of holding is just gonna explode everywhere.
Eric coins flying everywhere. Tapestries.
My water skin!
My water skin. I mean, I'm pretty much maxed right now, as it is, which is
Maybe you'll have to leave some tapestries behind.
well. I mean, when I took the tapestry, I was waiting for everyone else to come and look at the tapestries before I took them down. But
You say that.
Pictures
I
of
did.
them.
That's not what you did.
I didn't-
You
Ben
took
said
all
I
of
took
them
them.
down.
I took the red tapestry down and put it in my bag.
Okay, well, if there's only a red tapestry, that's different.
Yeah, I didn't actually take the
Because you
others.
kept talking about like
Yeah.
how much they weighed, how they're going to fit in the bag, and
Well, I was
so
thinking
the clear
of this when
implication
everyone else
was
came and
you're taking them all down and stuffing them in the bag.
Well, I want to take it.
I'm sure he is well aware of the limitations and would not damage our most precious item.
We would hope.
I don't know how accurate is his estimation of what he's put in there so far.
I've been pretty good about it.
And then I haven't told you what I put in the bag at all.
No, you haven't.
I just handed it over.
You said it was 100 pounds?
Oh, seriously, is that how it works? It just breaks? It doesn't stop?
At 500 pounds,
Yeah.
it rips
It
and
rips.
breaks, and everything comes apart.
Wow.
Which
It's
is,
a cheap bag of holding.
yeah,
That's how they always work.
I guess other editions had bigger bags of holding that could hold more.
Well, I'm probably thinking of the Baldur's Gate style bag of holding.
It just
Or is
takes
it-
everything.
It just holds stuff.
So if we don't take the tapestries, we can fit everything.
Don't sound so happy.
What? I also
Like,
noticed that this
well-
thing, even if you have a 0 in the quantity, I guess it's not actually quantity, but it doesn't actually calculate the weight properly to your current weight. You actually have to delete the weight out of the item,
Uh-huh.
which is weird. So it doesn't seem like it's doing the math right. Because you can't put a 0 in there. Nope. So if we take out the 3 regular tapestries, the black, the blue, and the green, and we keep the gold, we're at the same weight. So
Okay, so here's what it says in the official DMG. The bag has an interior space considerably larger than its outside dimensions, roughly 2 feet in diameter at the mouth and 4 feet deep. The bag can hold up to 500 pounds, not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet. The The bag weighs 15 pounds regardless of its contents. If the bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed, and its contents are scattered in the astral plane.
Oh, geez.
If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spill forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again. Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10, divided by the number of creatures, after which time they begin to suffocate. Placing a bag of holding inside an extra-dimensional space created by Heward's handy haversack, portable hole, or similar item instantly destroys both items and opens a gate to the astral plane. The gate originates where the one item was placed inside the other. Any creature within 10 feet of the gate is sucked through it to a random location on the astral plane. The gate then closes. The gate is one way only and can't be reopened.
So if you need a quick getaway.
And you can survive on the astral plane.
And you can survive in the astral plane.
Who can't do that?
So, I actually think that you would have a very difficult time making the, let's see.
At the very least, I would take the most expensive tapestry, which is the one that's gem encrusted.
I'm trying to figure out the extra dimensional space apparently is 2 feet in diameter and 4 feet deep. I'm not sure you could stuff that tapestry into a 2 foot diameter, 4 foot deep.
Because you said it was like 20 feet by 30 feet?
It's like 35 by 20 feet.
What if I rolled it really tight?
Then it's going to be 35 feet tall or 20 feet tall.
Yeah, I just got to fit it through a 2 foot opening, right?
You just have to fold it 9 times.
And it's only 4 feet deep.
It's only 4 feet deep? I thought the pack itself, like the outside dimensions, were 4 by 2, like a standard backpack, or like a hiking backpack.
I'm trying to figure out the volume that would
What
give
kind
you
of
64 cubic
hiking
feet.
backpacks are you using for 4 feet?
They're big. Well, that's like an army bag.
Yeah.
4 feet by 2 feet. That's like a large hiking backpack.
I mean, the picture it looks more like a laptop bag or something.
Well, that's what they show, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, you can only
Super
fit
double
like
bag.
a mace in there. If it's only 4 feet.
Yeah, the entire point is that it can hold things that are bigger than the bag.
Right.
Like they have to be able to fit in through the opening, but other than that, you should be fine, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the intention is, it's like a TARDIS. If you can get it through the door,
you were able
it
to
can
shove
fit.
a person into one.
Yeah, I know. I've been stuffing people into it for a while. Yeah. I mean, that's however you want to run it, Ben.
Just don't let it explode right now.
As long as you don't exceed the volume of 64 cubic feet.
Yeah. And if it were a 4 foot deep, 2 foot in diameter cylinder, that wouldn't be 64 cubic feet.
Yeah. But
So.
4 by 4 by 4. Would
Well, either way, if we have the tapestry, the bag is full. If we don't have the tapestry, then we have more than enough room. So, I just wanted to take it because I knew it was precious to them.
All right.
So if we can't take it, I'll go with Numa's suggestion and just burn the thing and take the gems out of the ashes.
Are you insane?
What?
We're trying to sneak through here and you're just going to be lighting the walls on fire?
I'll come back after we kill all these guys.
If we're coming back after we kill all these guys, we could just carry it with us.
That's true. You could do that.
What is wrong with you?
We haven't offloaded stuff in a while, right? I mean, we kind of cleared that castle and we kind of filled up, and we haven't had a chance to offload anything.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We literally went from there to here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I am deleting the other tapestries from the bag of holding.
Yep.
The Tiamat tapestry is in there.
Okay. So, so we were only at 261 pounds. So with that, you said it was 100 pounds? 120?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to count coin weight within reason. So, like, let's say you've got 75 pounds of coins.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll put an item that's called coins, and I'll put 75 pounds in there. That way we can track it. Come on, put it in there. I said 75. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we got 100 pounds-ish.
Yeah,
Oh, shit,
75 pound water
my water
skin.
skin's now 75 pounds. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we got like 170 pounds-ish. 164. 163 and 95. Cool.
Maybe the easiest way to do coins would be to say that every 100 gold pieces of coins weighs 10 pounds.
And just go to the gold value.
Yeah. So that way, like, 1,000 gold pieces would weigh 100 pounds.
I like that math.
And that seems simple enough, right?
Mm-hmm. Then you just
So you would actually have like 110 pounds of coins.
Okay.
Wait, so how much does each coin weigh?
A couple of ounces.
Yeah, they have a formula. It's like every 10 coin or every 20 coins weighs a pound or something like that. It's or something. And I think they say it in the PHB, like how much coins weigh.
Yeah, I think that's
They
it.
do, but basically I'm going to ignore the number of coins.
Yeah.
So like you can carry a crap ton of copper, and it's not going to
Because
super weigh you down.
it weighs less than gold. Right.
Right.
So
Okay.
equivalent gold value divided by, what do we say?
10.
By 10? Okay. So I'm going to put equals gold value divided by 10. Okay. There we go. All right, it's 371 pounds. That's what we have in the bag holding. Ta-da!
Excellent.
And an entire cult standing in front of us.
We got this.
Hold on, Talus the White. We are currently organizing our inventories. Please stand by.
We're organizing your loot that we took. Just give us a second.
We're deciding which of your things we want to keep.
He said we're guests, so it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I was really hoping that we had the. I'm glad we didn't come through the front door though.
What? You scared?
Yeah.
We may not have been considered guests.
I'm the only one that
front
can
door.
see all the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as you guys know,
Everybody's
all you
fine,
know is
though.
that someone started talking and
Caden
Xavier
can
started
see
walking
two
out
people,
with his hands
right?
up.
Caden
Yeah.
can see through the door. He sees two people.
He sees
I
a
see everyone
kobold
else.
and a veteran.
I don't even think I can see. And that's downstairs. I can't see anyone.
Yeah. You guys don't even know. I'm glad Xavier has his brown pants on today. He's still covered in shit from the last time he was with the poo monster. So
I showered in the lake. I'm clean.
So there we go.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Well, everyone, I hope you've been having fun.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
No, this is stupid.
Now. There's
I
going to be
can't,
spider
don't
elks that are going to
kill
get
her.
Octavia next week.
You know it's gonna be bad. Those freaking elk are gonna fly through the window and like take me and swoop me away, and I'm just never gonna be seen again.
Well, everyone, I hope you have an enjoyable 4th of July.
Yep.
Yes,
Right.
drink lots and lots of fireworks.
Yep.